All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me and if I sound good mic-wise, hit that number 1, please. I do have the fan blowing, so hopefully that's not an issue. But again, if you can hear me and if I sound good, hit that number 1, please. Maddie, Nas, David, Eli, Trucking, Kevin. Very good. Thank you, everybody. Arslan. Perfect. Thank you. All right, very quickly, for those of you that watch this in the archive, first off, thank you very much. Much appreciated, but to also be very upfront with you. If you want to have something to continue to watch, this is totally viewer supported, and the best way to support the stream is to save yourself some money at the same time by using code CLAY, which is case sensitive, so got to be all caps CLAY. But if you use any of these prop firms, then whatever current promotions or deals or discounts they're running, code CLAY will give you that deal. So you're quite literally doing two things at once that benefit you. You're saving yourself some money and supporting a stream that you enjoy. So everybody that here that is live right now, that has used it, continues to use it, I thank you very much. And you are the reason why not only do I show up on a daily basis, but why this stays ad-free. So thank you very much. All right. Test. Okay, you can't hear. Never. No, we're off to a good start. What am I doing? There we go. All right. All right, well, good morning, everybody. It is officially Thursday, August 20th. The year is 2026, and we're off to a relatively choppy start. Now, not choppy in the sense of no money can be made. I mean, it's not like this is some 10-point range. Basically a 100-point range so far. But, yeah, a lot of moves up, then back down. No, let's go back up. Now let's go back down. Now let's go back up. Hey, let's come back down. Hey, maybe we're finally going back up. I'm not necessarily convinced we're headed back up. I don't think I'm crazy to think that I could see us, back down here sooner than later. But who knows? Maybe this is finally a genuine break to the upside. But right now, one of those things where people are looking for breakouts and trying to get continuation. They have not really gotten any per se, assuming they're playing, trying to time either a breakout at the top here or a breakdown here. But yeah, so we'll see how it continues to play out. We are approaching the pink line here, 200 SMA, so maybe a short there, or maybe thinking of a short up around the VWAP up there. So we'll see how things continue to play out. But hey, Micah. But yeah, how's everybody's days going so far? Good, bad, terrible, great? Blew an account, passed an account, qualified for a payout. Was close to a payout and then cooked it. Hopefully nobody has had that experience. How are your days going? Small green. Hey, good morning, Jimmy. Good green, very happy. Nice. Well, I mean, to be fair, this action, there's been some good moves. I mean, right here we have 340 up to 440. So there's 100 points with some. So, I mean, it's still moving around. Granted, there's some hindsight in here for sure. But, I mean, there's plenty of, I can see people. Well, I guess how did I make? Well, here, I'll just show you. I'll show you. Since you asked, right here. I alerted the chat room, so this was at 9:56. No, that's not it. This one right here. No. Oh yeah, no, this is it. I alerted the MNQ, but I played it on the NQ. But at 9:35, I was watching this area right here, and I just pointed out for the chat. So if you're wondering, hey Clay, how does the private community work? Are you on video? I'm not on video, but I assume everybody can read pictures and understand what I'm trying to communicate right here. But anyways, so at 9:35, there's a breakout. Kind of pointed out this area here. Do you get a back test and go? And yeah, that was this move right here. It came down there and basically I didn't nail the bottom totally, but pretty close. But I also left a whole lot on the table because yeah, that thing that was like a really good call out. But to be fair, a good call out. But again, I'm speaking with hindsight analysis here. But a terrible management on my part because yeah, I left a lot on the table. But yeah, that was that call right there. So to answer I don't even remember who asked that. Oh, Philly. There you go. That answers your question right there, Philly. Hey, good morning, Jordan. Have 3 fresh pros this morning, but not activated any. All right, nice, Nas. So you have you are doing the true pure racehorse model. You have 3 past accounts, but you have not activated any of them, and you just want to. Are you going to try to pass some more, or are you going to activate one? Trying to get your rhythm back. Yeah, Johnny, I know you said you were gone. Surviving didn't make money. Hey, surviving's part of it. All right, you got it, Emrod. You got it. You got it. This is what legends are made out of. Got green finally. Who's your platform right now, Jordan? I passed 2 more. Nice, smart. Passing some more first. Fridays are not good to me. Okay, just so you know, Nas, I've been there, but today is Thursday. Oh, okay. There we go. I know today's Thursday. Cool. Doggone it. That's all right. I think I was probably watching more VWAP. It's easy for me to say, oh, I promise I was for sure, but I was probably more interested in that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I appreciate you feeding some hungry kids. Code Clay, all caps, feeds hungry children. Mark is anti-child starvation. Okay, well, I mean, Jordan, don't get too hung up on Weeble, because once you go and start to put skin in the game, you're not going to be using Weeble, because Weeble implies you would be using like your own funds. So you'll be in a prop firm. What stock? This is not stock. I am trading futures. Day trading stocks is kind of I don't know if antiquated is the right word, but like, yeah, day trading stocks mathematically these days does not make any sense. I think we did the math on it even yesterday. What was that for AK somebody? He's like, I want to short, what was it? He wanted to short something, but whatever he wanted to short, it was going to take him $14,000. And even if he nailed it and made $60 per share, that would have given him $6,000 profit. And then you did the math, and it's just like, dude could have bought 5 150K accounts for way less. It's just, yeah. So I day trade futures through a prop firm just because in this day and age, that is mathematically what makes the most sense. It is definitely the most efficient way to go about it. So who are we offending today? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. We'll see where the winds of offense take us. Oh, is Walmart getting beat down today? I definitely want to learn it. Learn what? What is it? Learn futures or just learn day trading? What do you mean by it? Seems so, Jimbo. Seems so. I am also exaggerating. I have no idea how many people I've actually offended over the past. Hopefully people just, worst case, just agree to disagree. That is the question on the table, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimbo, I mean, when I ask you a question and you say possibly, and then I have a 35-minute drive ahead of me, you understand risk reward. It's like, all right, I'm not going to risk it when the best I can get is a possibly. So yesterday might have been different if you had actually just given me a black and white answer. But 35 minutes after, 35 minutes for a gray answer, JB8 is a dude, and he's a dude that I can say with high probability. I guess I can't say I know, but a high confidence is treating his education very seriously. So yeah, a dude that is serious about learning. Futures easier to profit. No, nothing is easier to. I mean, yeah, the gains add up quicker in futures, But does that mean it's easier? No, it's easier to make bigger amounts of money, but that's an inverse too. It's also easier to lose big amounts of money, which is why prop firms are so important, because prop firms is kind of the backstop that helps gauge that risk. Or not gauge, helps kind of control that risk. But no, day trading futures is not easier because trading is hard. But yeah, futures move way better than stocks and options and crypto and all that stuff too. But you seem to think that like learning futures is some big to do. But assuming you use charts, then you basically already know how to trade futures, because futures are 97% charts. So I know there's kind of a lot of people where they're like, man, futures they do move great. They are awesome. These prop firms, it makes so much sense, but I don't have the time to learn how to trade futures, or where do I even learn to trade futures? And it's like, well, do you already use charts? Well, yeah, I use charts as I trade stocks, or yeah, I use charts as I trade options. Well, then you're already 97% of the way there, because futures are just charts, right? If you like bull flag patterns in stocks, guess what? Bull flags exist in futures. Clay, I love me a good cup and handle pattern. Guess what? Cup and handle patterns exist in futures. Hey, what's up, Ace? So yeah, two main levels I'm watching right now. Pink line here, 200 SMA. And then this yellow line down here is a potential support area. And right now we're kind of right in the middle of those two areas. So like I said, when the stream got started, I said, okay, yeah, we're heading up here. Do I totally believe this? Not necessarily. And yeah, we've pulled back. Now, to be fair, we have not pulled back all the way to the bottom of the range. So maybe within the range itself, we're getting some clues that the range is over. What are these clues, you ask? Well, if we can start to build some higher bases, maybe, just maybe, this is kind of the little breadcrumbs that the trend, or that the sideways channel is losing some strength. Hey, Turtle, I remember you from a couple days ago. Good to see you back. Seems like every time we have a big pre-market open overnight, the opens. Yeah. Ladle pattern? Is that a real one? There are so many patterns out there I think that's one of the easiest way you control people in the markets, or just confuse people, is you can say the most crazy thing and then they have to say, well, is that actually true? Right, especially if you have any experience with like option swing trading, when you got butterflies and iron condors and just all those sorts of different things. What are some of the other, what? Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like option strategies are known for like their crazy names, so that is the thing. So okay, but yeah, it's like the ladle pattern. I guess that could be true. I mean, if the iron condor pattern is real, why wouldn't the ladle pattern be a possibility? I need to get back to K-Pot ASAP. Hey, what's up, Burger? Burger the bot. All right. Like I said, I will be looking for a long down around here. It's looking like the channel is so depending on how you define the channel, this could have just been considered a fake break of the channel. Now, if you define the top of the channel up here, well, then there is never any fake break. But I can see people having a line across right here saying that was the top. So if that's the instance, then that was indeed a fake break. Yeah, naked calls. Yeah, naked trading naked. Again, that sounds kind of like, wait, what? But in options, if you were to go up to an options trader that does more of the advanced strategies, and you're like, yeah, man, I'm trading naked today, that person would, they're not, they don't think that, what do you mean you don't have any clothes on? They actually know what you mean. Do I know what I don't think so. You got to take base hits, Gurpreet. You got to just take base hits. Scalps. And also, John, the reason why I can speak with high confidence that Jordan, who's JB8, is very serious is because he joined the mentorship. So he is, as of what, last week? Yeah, I think last week he joined the mentorship. So yeah, he is definitely investing into himself. Thursday, okay, yeah. I think that's just kind of a coincidence, Frank. Subconsciously, maybe there is something more behind it. That's possible too. Wait, John Carl, your name is Jordan? Your actual name is Jordan, even though your screen name says John Carl? The last leg of my evo passing is so tough, man. Made. Turtle, that is kinda like when people are like, Clay, do you have any advice for me when it comes to trading? That's kind of what trading is. You got to be good and you've got to get good at convincing yourself not to do stupid things. That's sort of kind of what patience is, I suppose. That's another way of saying patience, but yeah. That's kind of what, I don't know if we're all doing it, but hopefully we're all striving to convince ourselves not to do something stupid. I like that. That's a good way of like, what's the secret to trading? Getting good at convincing yourself not to do what is stupid. Now, of course, you have to know what stupid is, right? So you do have to be able to define stupid. But just in general, that's funny. And true. Very good, Gurpreet. I've had that junk email since. That's crazy. I'm actually a little upset at you. This whole time I thought your name was John, and then you just like, no, I'm actually Jordan. That's crazy. I wish you would not have said that. That is wild. It's like me, like a real life person. Okay, the general contractor, the guy who's, helping build the house, all that sort of stuff, I've become friends with all that. His name is Sam. I could not imagine if just he showed up and then he's like, yeah, actually my name is Bill. I'd be like, wait, what? Huh? It'd be so devastating. My biggest problem is honoring mental stops. Well, sounds like a good time to start to use hard stops then. Yeah, agreed, MJ, but as I know you know, way easier typed out than done. Okay, JB. I'm going to call you JB because if I just start to you Jordan, then it's going to come across like I'm just talking to myself. Because like people are like, I don't see any Jordans in here. So I'll call you JB. I'm glad you're used to that one. And once again, I am. Is this guy going to trade? As I pointed out, I'm interested in this area or the low right here. And we got kind of sort of close and now heading back up. So the patience must continue. The conversations to just help me. Who said that? As sun turtle, son of a turtle, turtle of sun said. That's kind of what trading is. Just trying to convince yourself not to do anything stupid. What is my real Clay? Clay is my real name, not Clayton. Clay. So yes, I was named after dirt, and I have no regrets. I'm glad my parents just like no. We're not gonna do Clayton and then Clay for short. We're just going with Clay. I like it. It's unique. I was named. The Jordan River. That's a good one. I like it. To the Jordan River. I like the name River too, by the way. I think River's a cool name. Okay. A boss name. This will reveal my age, but Stone. Who remembers Stone Phillips? Again, you probably have to at least be 35 or older to have any chance of knowing who Stone Phillips is. But man, Stone Phillips was a boss. Did you know there was a clay convention? Like the name clay, or like clay as in the stuff you do sculptures out of? That's true. Well, look what you. Oh crap! Where did that? Did that just spike up there? Oh, really, Frank? That's interesting. Is there a teaching class? Yeah, there is a webinar tonight. I think Alfonso, you got to get up to 250. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm in. Why? What? Okay, I'm just hopping out of that. That was, I don't know if it was delay in trade ovate or, well, there was a delay. Okay, that's fine. I did just take a trade, but I clicked the submit button and then nothing happened. And then all of a sudden it was there and I was in the green. I'm like, okay. Yeah, Jordan, don't worry about it, Jordan. It would not be for you. Yeah, this webinar is more so kind of just to give some core foundations that people need to stay focused on and understand. And then and then at the end, I do talk about the mentorship. But yeah, given you're already in the mentorship, and I can already assure you that you're already aware of these core things that so many people are not aware of. You're already aware of them, so yeah, your time would be better spent continuing to go through the content of the mentorship itself. Wow, that's stupid. My guess is that they have some sort of fee behind the background where if people are now doing 250, I'm not sure. I'm speculating. My guess is there's some sort of cost that they're facing if you withdraw. I don't know. But again, Alfonso, you can always use the 200 you use right now. You can use that to just buy more accounts if you want. So it's not like the money that you have in your wallet. That wallet, yes, you can withdraw it, or you can use it for more accounts. So if you think that you're going to get more accounts, just keep it in your wallet anyways and use that money for more accounts. Then you don't have to worry about it. But hey, congrats on the progress we're making with some payouts. Did you short the VWAP just now? Yeah, I did, but there was like a glitch. So it freaked me out and I just hopped out real quick. But yes, I did. The trade lasted literally, I think, like 2 seconds, but there was a glitch. I don't think there's anything more, so good grief, gold. Well, I mean, it makes sense when the government just flat out says, hey, we're printing more money now, folks. Are bonds still up? And then I saw like bonds did finally recover a little bit yesterday, but I think they're dropping back down again. So yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm sort of a big fan of real estate. Because yeah, they just don't care. They're just like, nah, we're gonna continue to drive inflation. We're gonna continue to just wreck the dollar. So it's yeah, math is officially taking over. Exponential growth. Well, yeah, exactly. Did he just say that, Maddie? Yep. I mean, that makes sense. Let me translate that. We're just going to print as much money as needed to keep them down. That's essentially what he's saying. It really feels like the move is happening in the overnight session. Yeah, I mean, it's not universal, but when you get those bigger moves overnight, I think it is a safer assumption to just know that the morning session is going to be a bit choppier. Fed can save only one bond. Correct. Right. Yep. So VWAP has held strong. Why are we printing money and saying we want to get inflation 2% at the same? Johnny, nobody said any of this had to make sense, but we also have to just remember that the vast majority of the population is not like into trading and markets and analysis like all of us. Like all of us, we're weirdos. So a lot of people, they don't understand any of that stuff. They have no idea how any of that stuff works. So yeah, they can just say both at the same time, even though we know it's a contradiction. The vast majority of the population has no idea that it is a contradiction, right? Just like, I don't know, if somebody starts talking like medical stuff, I don't know anything about medical stuff, so somebody could be telling me a contradiction, and I don't know that's a contradiction just because it's It's not really my wheelhouse, right? But yes, that is what is going on right now. We are going to print money and bring inflation down to, well, they're not even saying that. They're just saying we're going to, they put their spin on it. We're going to help the bond market while at the same time decreasing inflation. It's like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, gold is like I said, that's why I people that have physical gold, I've never gotten into the precious metal thing. I've always gone more so towards kind of like real estate, but I mean precious metals, that's why it's called a hedge against inflation. There's a reason why it's going up. Know a guy who printed money, did time for it. Yeah, that's the funny thing about that is it's the Secret Service. Somebody can fact check me, but I want to say that when it comes to like money printing illegally, that's like within the wheelhouse of the Secret Service. I would have always just guessed the FBI, but pretty sure, again, if somebody wants to fact check me if you're bored, I think money printing and stuff like that falls within, like currency stuff, falls within the, like that's the Secret Service coming for you. Yeah, you should just be staying focused on futures at this point, JB. Because I know you want to be a day trader, and in this day and age, I mean, we are in the golden age of day trading futures through a prop firm. So yeah, in fact, what I'm using Tradeovate here, they offer like a free demo platform. So I would just use that at this point. He never made any money. He used one bill and got nabbed. He never made any. What? I need some clarification. You just told me he printed the money, but then you said he never made any money. Or you mean he was printing money, then he was going to sell the money to. Yeah, I need more clarity, Neil. Long incoming. Maybe. It is indeed the Secret Service that. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, but as hard as it is to believe, I've been wrong before. It's crazy. I know. I know some people accuse me of always being green, but like, actually, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I've had red trades. I've been wrong in some things in life. It's crazy. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Dan. So glad I was patient. It hit my fill and drop. Okay. Turtle of the Sun. Stop counting that number. You're going to freak yourself out. Just trade. Okay, 800 away. Okay, 750 away. Okay, $717 away. Just trade. Have a broad idea, but don't do a countdown. Because then you're gonna just totally psych yourself out. So have a broad idea, but don't do the like New Year's Eve, don't do the New Year's Eve countdown. Yeah. $2 away and it's gone. I think you count up from minus 800, don't you, Jimmy? I guess assuming you want a recovery, you would be counting up. I think. Okay, maybe a long here. I'll speculate. It's bounced from here several times before. Let's see. If it's going to dump, well, then I'm about to have a losing trade. Looking for a long at the green line. I'm thinking this is still the bottom of this range here. So yeah, technically speaking, I guess per my yellow line, I'm actually looking to play a fake break of the range. Yeah, exactly, MJ. I swear the hardest trade of my life was on a 150K account. I got within somehow $1.50 of needing to pass. That was Because in my mind, I'm like, dude, I don't want a story part of my journey as I was once a buck 50 away from passing a 150K account, which means you got to make 9,000, and then I roasted it. Thankfully, I did make a buck 50. So, but man, that was brutal. I've never cracked so many walnuts. Oh man, can that's rough. That's rough. Again, I'm trying to get long at the green line here. Trying to be patient. All right, sounds good, Turtle. Oh. Well, Neil, in a good or bad way, meaning like you just added more just because you wanted to have more or because you cooked some? Yeah, I don't even know how like it was. Yeah. It was just one of those things where I'm like, all right, I'm out, should be good. Oh, you got to be kidding me. A buck 50? What? It was just. And I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. I don't remember this. This was many months ago. But I swear, I probably searched for like 30 minutes for that next trade because I was just so scared. Like, don't do anything. Like it was kind of funny. But oh, Clay, it was actually 26 minutes. Oh, I said I was exaggerating. Sorry. Boom. No. Ah, oh, evil. Sorry to hear that. Dang it. Come on, you dirt. Okay. I guess that makes me feel better. At least it didn't go down there and hit the yellow line and then bounce, because then I'd be like, dude, you had the bottom of the channel mapped out. Why didn't you just trade there? But like, it didn't even do that. So yes, trade the range, Clay. Just trade the range. Well, I understand that, but the reason why that's actually a worthless saying is because, well, you have to define the range. Like, what actually is the range? Meaning, where's the bottom of the range? And right there, anybody that defined the bottom of the range is like right there. Man, they just nailed it. Good job trading the range. Me, well, my definition of the range was down here, and no trade for me. Voo. What does Voo mean? I'm here to harass. Hey, frog face. What's going on, brother? Good to see ya. Oh, frage. And we are back to, again, depending on how you define the range, pretty much the middle of it. Put some trades in your room. Check them out. Tell me when you suck. Oh, frog. Good to have you back. For now, what? Why, you just waiting for tax season, or are you done with you know, your former line of work? Wait, tax season's not. Yeah, tax season would probably be winding down by now, right? Where's Booze Hound been? I haven't seen him in a while. If someone comes by with the CFO, I'll look into that. Otherwise, I'm done. Okay. Yeah. Still still drinks. Cool. You all healed up from your injury? Maybe we were last time we talked, but honestly, I don't remember. But I remember about your injury, but I can't remember if the last time we talked you were fully healed up from it or not. Hopefully, you are at this point. Back to okay, good. Glad you're able to get back to it. So a frog, we call him all sorts of names, but I've actually met him in person. He came to the if I remember right, the Fort Lauderdale meetup. You were there. 8 months off. Oh man, yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you're all right and glad you're back to it. Which other one of you scumbags have I met in person? Mark. I don't know if Mark's still here, but I met him in Columbus. I remember him. He showed up to the Columbus meet and greet. MJ, pretty sure we've never met in person. Yeah, met you in Columbus. You still do meetups. I want to do another meetup at some point. But they event planning is like a real thing. Like it is a real skill set. It takes a real type of person because it's not easy. It is annoying and it is. I mean, it's also like I don't try to make monies at the meetups, but I would have liked to at least break even. But it's hard to even break even because in order to like reserve spots, you have to spend money. But like how many spots you reserve? Well, I don't know. That depends on how many people are going to sign up. How many people are going to sign up? Well, I don't know. Well, have people sign up first. Well, yeah, but I don't know what to charge those people because I don't know what it's actually going to cost to rent the spaces and the food. It's just it is an event planning. Event planning is definitely an art because now I will just charge it easy like a big amount where like it's obvious that you'll break even or turn a profit. It's like, well, I don't want to do that either. Like I'm not looking to turn a profit, but like it's just hard. It's hard. So that was my long way of saying maybe someday. Just get a prop firm to sponsor. Yeah, maybe that is the best way. Just get a sponsor and then just not worry about it and then just hand them the bill. I don't know if that's how that works or not. Yeah. I mean, that is fair. I could just do something like that, but we found the fun recipe is Top Golf. Like it's fun. Like you just get a bunch of people hanging around playing Top Golf. Um, but yeah, that's where the logistics and the headache come into play. But yeah, I could just say, hey, I'm going to be at this place at this time. Swing by if you want. That's true. Good morning, David. Hey, Fishman. Yeah, I never really do seminars. It's literally just to hang out. I mean, yeah, people can like show up and talk trade and stuff like that, but like, yeah, I don't know. Jimbo said he was going to set one up, but like zero follow through on that. That was like a year ago. He's like, yeah, let's set one up at the Des Moines Top Golf, but yeah, zero follow through. At that point, I was a little shocked by it, but now that I've gotten to know Jim more, I'm like, okay, no, that it totally makes sense. It totally makes sense. He was just he's a salesman. He was yapping with zero follow through. Hey, Sadil, good morning. Dented trading, I love it. My golf course has a top golf range. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I probably will do one at some point, but it is a lot. I have family not too far from you. Cool. Where's your family at? Top Tracer. Oh, okay. I didn't know Top Golf actually had competition. I'm driving a Friday next week and it's sponsored. Hey, there we go. So he's like, yeah, pretty much slow Morrow. Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, that is pretty close. How far north of Des Moines is, or how far north of Des Moines is Ames? I know that's where Iowa State is. The Cyclones. All right, maybe along down here. Let's see. Let's see. Can I finally get along down here? Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, Neil, I like the open quite a bit, but I do completely also understand where some people are like, no, that is not my cup of tea. Fair enough. Hey, no soup. Sometimes you don't gotta know, you just gotta do. Like 30 minutes from the airport? From the Des Moines airport? Oh, that's not very far. No, do not trade that until you understand. Yeah, I think the main thing to understand about the open is like it gets crazy. It gets crazy. All right, here we go. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna take this long. Hey, good morning, Dubba. All right, see you later, JB. Okay, here we go. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Now, what I don't want to see happen is for this to be a solid green candle, like up around here, and then to pull back. At that point, no longer interested. I want to invent an indicator. Why do you want to invent an indicator? So you can sell it for $9.95? All right, have a good one, Frog. Thanks for stopping by. Keep us posted, though, on your Iron Man stuff. Or at least keep me posted. I'm interested. No, you dirty rat. Doggone it. Stupid, stupid. Okay, we'll see if it wants to come back down. I like that, Neil. That'd be cool. The Darcy indicator. Darcy, the one name that I don't think. I guess Barbara's still going strong, but Barbara and Darcy, those are the two names that. Oh, and Sergio, of course. But I don't like to think about Sergio. Came back and sat down and called. No, I don't think I was calling you a dirty rat. I'd call you a dirty turtle. All right, I don't like this anymore. I don't like how it's putzing around. Okay, let's do this instead. I'll go long if it wants to bounce back up. See if I can try to capture it on the way back up as it ideally bounces off this line here. But if it's going to keep bleeding, well then. So obviously worst case would be. Okay, never mind. Worst case would have been it comes up here, fills me, and then keeps dumping down. That would not have been any good. Okay, I'm going to try long here. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. I'm in. There's my stop. So we're either going to bounce and have a good time or... So there's my first target. But let's see what happens. Get up there, brother. I know. Clay, you had a scalpy scalp. You're right, I did. But I'm looking for a little bit more than a scalpy scalp. Again, this yellow line here has produced bounces before. Let's see if it can produce another one. Again, especially on the 5-minute, or I guess I can still right here. I mean, it's bounced here several times. Does that mean it's guaranteed to bounce again? No, of course not. No guarantees. But I don't think I'm crazy to think that it could bounce again from a spot that it's bounced from several times before. And it did not bounce. All right, well. Oh, the life of waiting and being patient forever for the bottom of what you think is the channel, and then it doesn't work. It happens. Onwards and upwards to the next one. All right. Can still, well, yeah, I mean, it can still bounce. It can also continue to just dump. So I'd rather err on the side of caution. Is it just me and Neil here, or is everybody gone? What in the world? Chat? The chat box was so chatty, chat. And now I guess it's just me and Neil? Oh, okay. And Evil. That's good. Up 530 now on the test. All right, Evil. Evil's learning. All right. Okay, there are some other people here. Good to know. All right. All right. Reminder, if you've been on the fence about Take Profit Trader, you still have time. They're saying the deal's it's ending on Monday, but right now would be the time to try Take Profit Trader with their 50% off deal. No activation fee. Code Clay if you want to help support the stream and get the deal. I pure guessing, so if it doesn't happen, don't come at me. I would, if I were forced to guess, I would guess they'll extend it. Like, due to popular demand, we're going to extend it another 3 days or something. But if I'm wrong, then I think Monday they said it ends. So yeah, if you have been thinking about Take Profit Trader, again, their big thing that they just did was their test period has gone from 5 days down to 3. And then to kind of try to advertise that fact, they're doing this current flash sale of 50% off, which is actually a good deal. If you have experience with Take Profit Trader, which I know many of you do, you can back me up when I say Take Profit Trader, they're different than other prop firms that are like constantly running different deals all the time. Take Profit Trader, their deals are few and far between, and this is actually a good deal. Had to scalp both ways today. No way to hold this. Yeah. Yes, if you have identified the range and scalp them both ways, I hear ya. Good job, Cranky Bits. Yeah, thank you, Burger, for the reminder. Yeah, everybody hit that like button if you have not yet. It helps. Code Clay helps way more, but yeah, hitting the like button certainly is definitely appreciated. I heard the car get started. My wife. Chiropractor, okay. Oh, housing update. We have walls that are prime, like they look like real walls. It's crazy. They look like normal walls. It was cool to see it. Not that it was my first time, but it's always neat to see how something goes from studs to then big old clunky pieces of drywall with like all these spaces between them to then mud, and it's like, okay, I guess that's kind of sort of being, and then prime, boom. Now they're just like white walls. So we have those. Siding is continuing to be worked on the outside. Hey, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. You're feeding some hungry kids. But yeah, for those of you that ask on the house progress, there we go. I don't know what the trim guys are doing. The trim guys are freaking me out a little bit. They are not there. So, I don't know. So far, everything has gone smoothly. I talked to the concrete guy some more. I'm going to give him one final chance. He said he's going to personally come do it. I said, okay, no problem. So we're going to go down there, me and Sam. We're going to go and circle all the humps down in the basement so he knows exactly what is expected to be ground down, and then I will pay him the remaining 20%. So that is in the works. My wife's trip yesterday was good. Got more things figured out with tile and all sorts of stuff. So, yes. Yeah, but Raspberry, did you used to not have walls? Was there a point where it was just a field? That's Monday. Monday is Milkman. Which, by the way, I learned that's literally what he does for a living. He has his cows, and then he'll go to the local towns. He's got his days, and then, yeah, he sells it out of the back of his trailer, the raw milk. Like that. He's like, yeah, I talked with, he was saying that's what I'm like, wow. Good for him. What a hustler. And like, good grief. Good for him. Like, I need to go shake that dude's hand. That seems kind of stressful, though. Like, hopefully he's got... Hopefully what he meant by that is like, well, no, I do like some cash crops too. So I'll sell some beans and corn. Yeah, some of the beans and corn are used to feed my cows. Like, I hope he's got, there's no way that's like literally what he meant. Like that, this is literally my only stream of income. If it is, man, I'd be stressed. Oh, okay. Well, Raspberry, then we can we have full bonding on the fact that we're like, dang, I remember when this was literally just a field. And now I have like real walls here. All right. Yeah, exactly. Get a size for the rooms. Oh, I did take a picture of my office for you guys. Let's see. Okay. So there's the office. Look, a window. A window. And walls. It's crazy. Crazy. We're going to have some natural light. Hopefully people will stop asking. Are you trading in a car right now? Which is always kind of fun to try to convince some people I'm in a van down by the river. But I'm looking for a guy here. All the farmers here are scared to sell. Yeah. Well, you're in Michigan, right? That makes sense. That checks out. All right. Am I going to try this again? I think so. Okay, I'm long. Okay, take the scalpy scalp on that one. Yeah, we are, Nathan. Just did. Yeah, the window. I'll probably end up like growing the window. Okay, I'm just going to make the call right now. Let's fast forward 6 months. I'm probably going to be here sitting here complaining about. You guys are going to be like, dude, your lighting situation is so messed up. You got shadows coming across your face. We can't see your beauty and all its attributes. And I'm like, sorry, it's this window. So maybe the grass is maybe not always greener on the other side. Yeah, or that too, Travis. It's just like, But we'll figure it out. I'll actually get, I don't know how the mic actually sounds, but I do have, I call it the Joe Rogan mic. It's the same mic that he uses on his podcast. I do have that one, but like, just the logistics here, I can't set it's just, I'm hoping for big things. Like 50 news in less than half an hour. Like 50 news? What are we saying? Like fit? What do you mean? Fit? Like, you mean there's like 50 different news things coming out in a half an hour? Yeah, I know. The whole bad thing. I mean, maybe I end up melting. You're short, Neil? All right. I might short if it bounces up to this area. Look for like a back test of the previous breakdown point. We'll see what happens. I need a couple more candles and I'm short. It's just, if this is a truly choppy day, part of being the chop I could see is just like the fake break here before it chops back up inside of the range. I sent you a video. We're in the chat room? Oh, privately. Oh, cool. I assume that's your kitchen? Want more of a bear flag? Very cool. New cabinets, it looks like. Speaking of new cabinets, yeah, my wife with the interior designer yesterday. One of their stops was a meeting with a cabinet guy. She's like, I was there for like 3 hours. I'm like, that sounds terrible. I mean, colors like bless their hearts, but goodness. And I guess I kind of understand when you consider that there's 38 different shades of white. It's like, okay, I can see how that gets overwhelming. But I mean, I'm a dude. Like, dude, do we? I don't know if we really care. Like, I just want to play outside. That's all. All right, this candle is done moving in 7 seconds, so I can see a potential trade here. Okay, close very. Okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, go up, go up, go up. No, 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 not down. Up, 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 and hit that yellow line. Do it, do it, do it. Then I'm gonna lock in a short entry. Got to hit that yellow line though. Is that close enough? No. Stick with it. Again, if this just dumps here, I'm well aware this requirement is going to look very stupid, but hey, that's hindsight for you sometimes. I mean, it's crazy how things can add up, Sam. It is crazy how things can add up. In fact, that's something right now where we can't go with one color quite yet because my wife found a countertop that's like was outside of the budget that the cabinet guy gave us. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's kind of like a range. Well, if it goes a little bit out of the range, that's fine. But I mean, I'm not necessarily looking to pay $4 million for countertops either. So like, try to stay away from the ivory tusk countertops. But yeah, point being, it is. I'm not totally shocked to hear that you are triple that amount. But yeah, it looks nice, man. Congrats. All right, I will be interested in a long down around there. Hey, good morning, Candlestick. Yeah, yeah. With the amount of drawdown you had, it's kind of a product of your environment. One MNQ, then eventually, maybe try two, and then slowly go back up. Yeah, we did appliances quite a while ago because we need to get the cabinet guy told us, I need you guys to figure that out so we can start to figure out cabinet layout and blah blah blah. So yeah, we did that. Yeah, at this point, I guess several months ago. Yeah, so we should not have any whoopsie. The cabinet or the appliance we want doesn't fit in this location. That should all, in theory, be avoided at this point. Well, I can understand. I mean, it makes sense because I will say this: it felt very bizarre when we're shopping for appliances and there's not even a hole in the ground yet. It's like, wait, why are we doing something that seems like one of the last things? Like, why are we looking at these things when, again, there's literally not even a hole? We haven't even technically started the actual process, the build process yet. So I can see how that gets lost in the shuffle. It is not a very intuitive thing. Kind of one of those things where then after you're like, okay, actually that makes perfect sense of why you would do that, but it kind of like hides one of those things that hides in plain sight. Well, no, I mean, I fully agree. I would say it makes sense for any home. Fully agree. I'm just saying it's not. It's just weird. I can understand that one makes sense to me on how people could lose track of it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, nice. Yeah, that is a good deal. 266 looks not bad for a bounce area. No, right there, yeah. I think I don't know what I'm thinking. Well, long, I'm definitely thinking down around here, but I could see a short here. So yes, in hindsight, that was a dumb requirement. Okay, I wanted to get short like here, but first I want to see it hit that yellow line. It never did. It dumped. So yes, I concede in hindsight that was a stupid requirement. But again, that's hindsight. Hey, what's up, Discipline? Okay, gonna try a short here at that red line. Trying to go with the trend. The trend now seems to be bounce up, roll over, bounce up, roll over. We'll see if it can give me another bounce up, roll over. Or maybe it's just not going to bounce up at all any further. No, I guess I'll leave it out there. Ooh. All right. Anybody that trades gold right here, big move up, pull back right here to the 21 EMA, and then the previous session close. So yeah, right here around, I don't know, 567 could be interesting. What's gold do or oil doing? Ooh, what's the new contract for oil? Yeah. Anybody know what the new contract for oil is? See, it's definitely no longer the U contract. It's not you, it's me, you know? Does anybody know the new with V? Yeah, I don't know the letters yet. V? Okay. So CLV is what it should be. CLV. Ah, that looks way better. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. And thank you, Gregory. I just no, I needed a letter, Gregory. I don't I know each month has a letter associated with it, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say I have those ones memorized. But V. Yeah, so if you're looking at CLU and wondering why your chart's all janky, got to update with the new contract. The V. V as in Virginia. V as in Violet. V as in Vagabond. I'll have you horsewhipped, you vagabond. Name the movie. Again, the quote, I'll have you whipped, you vagabond. Or I'll have you horsewhipped, you vagabond. I think kind of Monte Cristo. All right, I'm going to cancel that order out for now. I mean, good job with your probabilities. Dumb and Dumber is the high probability thing. But no, that is one of the instances where that's 20%. That quote is coming from the 20% that's not Dumb and Dumber. So we're just slowly drifting. Hey, KRT. Mmm. Ugh. These are always annoying. Where you're trying to trade, but it just won't quite get up to where you want it to go. Okay, I'll throw a short order up there again. Yeah, CLV6. Yeah, Maddie, you might be slightly delayed by the time you hear this. Because we figured that out like 3 minutes ago. So I think you fell behind somehow, Maddie, and you're not actually live right now. Yeah, either or come down here. That's fine too. If it wants to come down to this area. Django. Huh? The movie quote was from the Kana Monte Cristo. The one where Superman was a kid. Yeah, I don't remember that from Superman comics, but apparently when Superman was a kid, he hung out with the Kana Monte Cristo. Wait, no, actually, the Kana Monte Cristo is Superman's dad. Now that I remember, think back. Who knew? Who knew that the Kana Monte Cristo was Superman's dad? It is a good movie. Agreed. All right, getting close to a potential short here. You're just trying to play the trend. Right now, the trend seems to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Does it go back down again? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Fighting windmills? How do you fight a windmill? What are you doing to fight a windmill? Can I ask? Didn't you say that yesterday? Can I ask a serious question, please? Again, as my English teacher would say, well, I mean, you have fingers, you have a keyboard, so yeah, you can. Shout out Mr. Harms. That one always stuck with me. You drilled home that point of the English language. Can you? Yeah, I mean, yes, you have fingers, you have a keyboard, you have internet access, so you can. May you? Sure, you may ask a question. I know. I'm sorry. Like I said, my English teacher, freshman year of high school, Mr. Harms. Shout out. It stuck with me clearly. Yeah, just take base hits. That's if somebody else wants to go down the rabbit hole of how, like the math of it all. But yeah, at the end of the day, from the practical side of things, how do you beat the trailing drawdown? Don't swing for big home runs. Be aggressive, moving your stop in the price's favor, and just take base hits. Hey, son. Not necessarily, Buzak. No, no, that has nothing to do with the trailing drawdown. Again, you are no longer capped by the 50% rule. You can make as much as you want. Well, you don't have to cap yourself. Let me put it this way, Buzak. You could make up to $10,000 today, and then they'll cap you there. Do you feel a little tilted when the market doesn't go to your target? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if tilted is the right word, but yeah, it's not. enough of those moments can certainly add up to produce tilt, but like a single one or two, not necessarily. Oh yeah, no, I fully agree. Okay, I'm short right here. I fully agree. Nobody actually really says may I, but English wise, and again, this was coming from an English teacher. Yeah, English wise, the proper English is may. All right, I'm gonna add some more if it comes back down. Like, dude, is this really just a V shape? Stop. And I'm gonna add more at the red line. I'm trying to trust this trend here. Looking to add at the red line. All right, at that point, that'll be my stop. So I prefer it doesn't fill me and then come back up. If you're gonna stop me out, just don't fill me first. Well, it filled me, so here we go. Oh no, not 510, just 10. See if it wants to come down some. Come on. Come on. Thank you, brother. I'm going to take risk off the table now. So this either keeps pulling back or it'll be a very modest trade. Okay. Well, that was one where I needed it to fill me and keep going down, but I'm not going to risk having it curl back up and taking me out at full size, so oh well. Just 2 likes. We got more than 2 likes, don't we? There's no way that we only have 2 likes here. I think you're looking at the wrong metric, David. If we only have 2 likes. Okay, that burger, that sounds more realistic. 71, 64. Short at VWAP. Isn't VWAP way up there? Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong, Kelvin, but you might be waiting a while because VWAP is way up there. Had heavy drinks. Enjoying the evening. All right. So heavy drinks might mean you're feeling good. And by good, I mean maybe not totally cognizantly aware. I'm waiting a while. Yeah. You Yeah, that's because there was a bot attack yesterday, Dan. I think that is ultimately what the bot attackers are trying to do. Because I don't think it doesn't really hurt with YouTube because I just report the bot attack. I think the bot attackers are just trying to drive the live streamer out of their mind by people saying, "Oh man, you got all these viewers," and the live streamer has to disclose 4,000 times every day. No, that's just a bot attack. Green line is a 21 EMA. Purple line is the 50 SMA. Pink line is the 200 SMA. Dotted yellow line is the VWAP. You get funnier every year. I've only been here 2 years. There used to be another Kelvin. I don't think that's you, though. I think he spelled his name differently. I wonder whatever happened to that guy. Refresh, 92 likes now. There we go. That sounds more like it. Oh, it is you? Yeah, no, well, I've not been live streaming for 2.5 years. 2 years will be in March. In March will be 2 years, I think. Oh yeah, whatever happened? Yeah, who was the guy that was that? That's right, the dude on the beach in Italy. If I this would you if by wonder you mean through a party, yes, I would. Yes, I would highly wonder what happened to you. If we were defining wonder as throwing a party. Well, thanks, Kelvin. I don't know if that quite narrows anything down. I've talked about that several times, but right. So, Kelvin, you're what? You're I don't know. Aren't you like 19 or something like that? Why'd you change your name? Okay, yeah. My memory is weird. How old are my kids? I kind of struggle. Remembering a alias from 8 months ago? Oh, I got that. New YouTube? Because what? You got banned by too many other people, so you had to create a new YouTube name? All right, I might try the short here again. Clay, what would you do with an invisibility cloak? Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to think on that one. So then why did you create a new YouTube name? I have multiple computers and phones. Why do you have multiple computers and phones? What kind of business you running here, boy? So, okay, what would I do with an invisibility cloak? Follow Kelvin around to see what he's actually doing. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. This is what I would do. I would sneak in and just like I try to be a fly in the wall of like government meetings and stuff like that to see what they really talk about. That's what I'd use it for. Hey, Pedro. I'm watching you on one laptop. Why do you have multiple phones though? What does somebody need multiple phones for? Yeah, I don't know if I'd sell anything that I heard. I'd just be listening out of curiosity. Well, I mean, I should have specified like government meetings with like the president and all like the bigwigs, not the ones that they publicly do like for everybody to watch, but like what's the place where they all like the Situation Room? Not no, you kind of passed. The multiple phone thing's still a bit sketchy. Yeah, that's true, Johnny. Yeah, come to find out, all these government meetings would be about okay, whose stop losses are we going after today? If I had an invisible cloak, I'd go into Fort Knox. You'd go into Fort Knox to what? Take assuming there is any gold there, or just what's in Fort Knox? Yeah, yeah, things have come all. I mean, like I said, it's been many months. So yeah, quite a bit is changing even in those months. Just browsing Fort Knox. Yeah, okay. Well, the next question is, does this cloak, like, if he starts to carry gold, does the cloak also cloak the gold, or is it just gonna be like gold bars floating? Hey, Cody. Wow. All right. We are now just kind of. I'm interested in a potential short up here, but man, this is not exactly rolling over. To be fair, sure, it's not exactly continuing the bounce up, but it's definitely not exactly rolling back over either. It is a good question to be asking. Wink, wink. I know you just want to observe. Wink, wink. Sure. Yep. I'm going for a short right there. You're 1090 Pino. Good job, Cody. Anything under the cloak is invisible. Gotcha. Blue 2 evals today. Ah, bummer. Well, on the bright side, at least they are just evals. Yeah, I don't think. Question number one. Could some of you explain why I'm getting hair under my armpits? What's going on with my body? My voice squeaks like that from time to time. I'm not sure why. But anyways, yeah, I don't think I'd be super shocked if Fort Knox, if there's a news headline that was like, there's no gold in Fort Knox, or there's barely anything there. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know if anybody's shocked by that. Yeah, the market makers are like Darth Vader. All right, still trying to get short up there. Harry Potter had invisible. Yeah, never gotten to the Harry Potter thing. Have never seen the Harry Potter movies. I know some of you are gasping in shock right now. Took a payout today. Yes, Mats, I can see it. Good. Like, Mats, what's your story, dude? Shoot straight with me. What is your story? You are a very unique individual. So what's your story? Have you been here before? Let's check then. Okay, no, 2011. Just because I missed something, Mats, doesn't mean that I can't see it, brother. It's okay. It's okay. But let's say you were on ignore. Does that? I mean, so like really does that actually matter if you were on ignore? Does it actually matter? I don't think so. See, that's what's hilarious about Dean. One minute he's like, Clay, listen, the Federal Reserve and government are two branches. There's no overlap at all. They definitely trust me. They operate individually. So he makes that claim while also saying the gold's in Antarctica. It's just there's like no middle ground. It's just like conspiracy of like I'm sorry if you really think that the Fed truly is like purely independent of government. It's like come on now. But yet Dean will believe that while at the same time saying gold. There's nothing in Fort Knox. It's in Antarctica. Well, okay, that's fair. Yeah, you that would be a waste of time. And as somebody that is very concerned and needs to be wise with their time, that fair point. Fair point. You know about the giant goal? I don't think so. Yeah, by all means, when the news comes out that we have verified gold is in Antarctica, Dean, I expect you to show up here and just all caps, bold, underlined, rainbow colors say, I told you so. The Federal Reserve isn't part of. Well, no, yeah, I understand the fact is in theory it's separate, but like what I'm getting at is if you actually think that they are operating independently of one another, I think that's actually a pretty big conspiracy. Yes, surface deep, correct. On the surface, that is what they claim. That is the fact of what they claim. That is fair. But that's not really what I'm at dispute of. All right. Well, I think I'll go ahead and cancel this one. Hey, what's up, Sam? Hey, Pete. We should, yeah. That'd be fun. Everybody, bring your parkas and heated underwear. We're going to Antarctica. What's for lunch, Clay? Nothing. I don't eat lunch. I don't eat breakfast or lunch. In fact, the next time I eat will be tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. Eastern. No, I lied. 7 p.m. Eastern. Wow, that's quite the conspiracy there, Burger. I've never heard of that one. My underwear are naturally heated. That's fantastic. I love to hear it. I have not been to Alaska. I hear it's nice though. I would like to get up to Alaska at some point. You can't go to Antarctica. I mean, I've been fasting for. I don't want to say that. I did not invent the trend. Let me put it that way. I did not. I repeat, I did not invent intermittent fasting. But I was way, way, way ahead of the curve. Like, I was so far ahead of the curve that I didn't even want to tell people about it because I'd get weird looks. Wait, you're doing what? You're skipping meals? But yeah, I have been doing intermittent fasting for, I don't know, like probably at least 10 years now. Don't you get hungry? Sometimes, but that's just a weak mind. You're not actually hungry. Unless you're at like 5% body fat, you're not hungry. I promise you, you will be okay. I promise you, you have access to energy, right? Because that's all food is energy. So, yeah, I mean, I'll get hungry towards the end, but at the same time, that's just a weak state of mind. That's my mind being weak. It's my mind lying to me. Does anyone know that in 1990, I think I do remember something like that in history, Larry. Yeah. What's your protein intake? Oh, I don't know. I used to do all that. Here, people might not believe me, but let's see if I can find it. Calorie spread. Food. No. Food. Cal. Okay, nothing's going on. What would I have called that? Let's see if it's in here. No. Doggone it. That's gonna drive me nuts now. Is there a way where I can just look at all the spreadsheets on my computer at once? Food. contain. Maybe a short up round here. I'm watching. I'm keeping an eye on it. Dang it, that is going to bother me now. Calculator. No, still not coming up enough. Oh, energy guide. That's what I call it. Energy guide, because that's what food is. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here is here's a work thing out that I'd print out so I could follow my lifting, and then eating. What is this? Oh my. Okay. So I started my journey of getting myself back in shape back in 2015. It looks like. So this is what I was doing then. Like I would track it meticulously. Somebody was like, Neil asks, how much protein did you take in? And I'm like, okay, well, I used to do that. So like, and then I'd show, it'd show my imbalance. Man, okay, so 11 years ago is when I started. Okay. So 11 years ago is when I started, and then daily track. Okay, so it would, and then right here. So I went through and I found like literally everything. Like everything out there that I'd be eating. Found the protein, blah, blah, blah. I don't even remember how this all worked, but I type it somewhere. It would spit out information. No, okay, this was before. This was before I started fasting, because this is when I tried the like 6 small meals a day thing. And then my wife basically almost divorced me because I had the food scale out. And I was like, you need to weigh everything and tell me because I need to enter it in this, into this spreadsheet. So anyways, that is just my long way of saying I used to measure food, and good grief, if you wanna create some tension in your marriage, yeah, weigh your food and count your micros. But what I eventually discovered was like, no, I'm just gonna fast. I'm gonna eat real foods, and when I feel full, I'm just gonna stop eating. There we go. Wait, you ate 4 calories in a day? Yeah, I mean at one point, but yeah, now today I won't even be eating any calories. So. Anyways. Hey, Charles, good to see you. Thank you for using the code. But yes, so no, I don't count my fats and carbs and protein like I used to. That it just got way too cumbersome. It doesn't need to be that difficult too. Like if you're trying to sell a book, to just say, hey, eat real foods and stop when you're full, period, end of story. It's like, okay, well, how that was Clay, that was like 2 sentences. I can't sell a 2-sentence book, brother. Yeah, and then I also work out. I don't really like to work out, so I just do compound movements because compound movements work out a bunch of muscles all at once. So yes, compound movements are miserable creations, but that way it's not like you have to go to the gym for like 2 hours because you just work out a bunch of muscles all at once. Ex-wife is dumb then. It's actually good to know what you're putting in your body. Ex-wife. Okay, no, I was joking about my wife divorcing me. It was like my wife probably wanted to divorce me. Again, I agree. I do agree. It's good to know what you're putting in your body. Fully agree. My point is, if you just put real foods in your body, whole foods, whatever you want to call them, you're good. You're good. Do you do cardio? Yeah, somewhat. But I promise if you do compound movements and then only give yourself 60 seconds between reps, that's good cardio too. Well, would you say McDonald's is whole food, or does McDonald's would you throw that more so in the processed side of things? Like when McDonald's adds sugar to their buns, I'm not quite sure that's real natural food. Bread with added sugar to it. Sounds like kind of, not real food. Okay. Between sets, not reps. Did you find after doing real foods for a while that you became? I still eat processed foods. I do believe in cheat days. Fridays and Sundays are my cheat days where I can eat whatever I want. And yeah, my body, it's like, dude, what are you doing right now? I add sugar to my sourdough every bread. Yeah, well, bread is a tricky one. Bread is there's definitely some opinions out there on bread. I stick to push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. Yeah, those are all push-ups, good compound movement. Um, Pull-ups, very good compound movement. And dips, good compound movement. Your legs aren't. Your legs are lacking in those compound movements, but yeah. Hey, Warren Buffett eats a lot of McDonald's. Yeah. Again, generally speaking, there are always outliers, but how many push-ups can I do? Where am I at on that? Here we go. Here's push-up Mondays. So there you go. I'm at 190. I do as many as I can, and then I give myself a 1-minute break. So right now, my record is, I think I can do 30. And these are like push-ups, nose to the ground, lock it out, nose to the ground, lock it out. I think right now I'm at 30 in a row I can do. Yeah, no, we're not going down the control thing. We just had this conversation like 2 days ago. I am not revisiting that. 30 is a good number. Yeah, I was not in the greatest. Is that video still around? I don't remember if I have that. No. Yeah. So this was back when I first started the channel. So like 2013, 2014, probably 2013. I looked a little different, it's just, metabolism slows down. You eat a little carry out Chinese too often while you sit there in front of the TV, Planet pushers. Never. That's good. I like that. Would you guys recommend trading multiple accounts at once? No, it's not really. I mean, can you handle one account, Kang? Like one account at a time. Can you handle that, or are you struggling with one account? Yeah, exactly, Kyle. No, I started to get my act together when Joy was born, and Joy is now 14. There's some pictures of Nate, who I used to work with. We started off together. So there's a picture like of, anyways. So that's kind of how I remember that. So yeah, I've been at it roughly about 14 years now, since I was like, wait a second, Clay. You got a daughter now, brother. Again, Neil, I disagree. There's no way you can tell him yes for sure. How can you tell him he should be trading multiple accounts when he has not answered whether or not he can handle one account? Oh my goodness, everybody needs to stop talking about the bot attacker. Just let it be. Just let it be. Shockingly enough, Dean is the one guy that like hasn't brought it back up, and like he was one of the like, thank you, Dean. To all you other dents, just let it go. The irony there is I probably just got another, that right there, he's probably like, oh yeah, let's go again. I realize it's your opinion, but I'm saying that I'm also giving my opinion, but I'm actually trying to narrow some things down before I give my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Which prop firms you think are the best? Take Profit Trader. If you can't handle multiple accounts, but do it anyway, you're helping everyone. Right, exact. What Data J said. Agreed. Yeah, I mean, McDonald's, there's a reason why those hamburgers taste so good. Yes, McDonald's includes sugar in their hamburger buns. That's definitely not whole real foods. No, Troy. No scalping rule, which is why I love Take Profit. Agreed. Everybody does have an opinion, but I think we would all also agree that some opinions are better than others. But true, we do all have opinions. Did the one guy even reply back though? I don't understand that. People ask a question. I ask them a follow-up, and then they're just like, again, I swear, it's like people type, hit enter, and then go. I will never understand that. Ask a question and then immediately run away from your computer or your phone. Or it's like on the phone, you know? What are your thoughts on multiple accounts? Blah, 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 blah. Send. And then it's like they open up the window and they just chuck the phone out the window as soon as they send it. I don't get it. Dean, you're probably right. It might have even been last week. I almost forgot to put pants on. Well, shorts right now. But yeah, that probably will come. Oh, he's still here. Okay, fair enough. He's gathering your thoughts. I did do that in 7th grade, though. So 7th grade, basketball practice, you'd go after school, and it was one of those things where it's like, well, let me just save myself the step. Why do I need to take off my shoes if I can just like take off whatever the cargo shorts, whatever I was wearing, and then just put on my practice shorts real quick. So I would just leave my shoes on. And at one point, I took off my practice or my school shorts that I wore, the cargo shorts, and I don't know, got distracted. I don't know. But then all of a sudden, I walked out of the locker room, and then one of my buddies, Kurt, we just looked at me, and he looked down, and he just started laughing. I'm like, what? And then I look up, and there's like 4 cheerleaders, and they're just like just laughing, like, what's going on? And I look down, there it is, boxers, just boxers. My practice jersey and boxers. So that's just a long way of saying, Dean, you're probably right. I just received notification I was being discussed. Yeah, it was just, people kept saying, hey, look, there's no bots. I said, yes, yeah, there's no bots. There's no bots. That is hilarious because I have, yeah, so there's definitely going to be a time where I probably forget to put on my shorts or pants, and then I don't know, something happens, a kid starts to cry, I don't know, and I get up and I run, and you guys are all going to see like Scooby-Doo or something like that, you know? A flash sale because he I guess it depends on what flashing is. But yeah, it was just, no, and let's be fair, boxers are not anywhere close to like whitey tighty. So my story would have been way more embarrassing and probably way better if I said I went out in my whitey tighties. And then, but like, let's face it, boxers are basically shorts anyways. It's more so the conceptual idea that like I think makes it funny, right? I feel like I'm making profit. I just want to keep the streak. Just bite me back and blow counts. Okay, well, I'm going to nitpick a word. I feel like I'm making profits. Well, what does that mean? Either you are or you aren't. Making profits is not a feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I feel as though I'm punching you in the face. Well, I mean, that's kind of a very black and white situation. Either you are or you aren't. So if you aren't making profits, I'm not quite sure copy trading would be the best thing for you. Now, to be fair, maybe because you do technically spread risk across multiple accounts, maybe it could help you out. So I'm not going to say that copy trading cannot help you out. With that said, do not go and copy trade 30 accounts, 20 accounts, 5 accounts. Maybe try 3 accounts and see how you feel with that, and if that makes any sort of difference. But like, you before you do any of that, let's eliminate that word. I feel like I'm making profit, because that is a very quantifiable thing that you can. There's no feel in numbers. That's why I like numbers. Numbers remove feelings. Clay, from minus 1100 something to minus 151. I recovered, but over trading, it's not the answer. What are my thoughts on over trading? Well, I mean, I would argue over trading is defined as taking not your setups. So yeah, my thoughts are that's not good. Per my definition of over trading. If you are trading something that is not your setup, you're over trading. You're trading more than you should, right? Because what you should be trading are your setups. So yes, my thoughts on over trading, don't do it. Not talking about copy trade here, just manually. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's what I do. I think that is a great feature. To have a few accounts going at once, I do that all the time. Yeah. To have multiple accounts but not copy them, but like, for example, I've done it here before where I'm like, there's no way. Like, I have a pro account, for example. I have a pro account, but after what I've demonstrated to myself today with either cooking account or whatever, I'm not touching the pro account today. But because I have multiple accounts, I'm just going to trade this test account. So if that's what you mean, yes, I'm a huge believer. I think there's massive value. In fact, I think that is one of the huge benefits of prop accounts is how you can have multiple accounts and you can just individually trade them. In fact, I think that is why I would argue, I mean, it's not a fact. It's still my opinion. But I think it makes a whole lot of sense to have a general policy of always having a pro account in combination with a test account. Going that way, if you just kind of, you're starting to have one of those days, you're like, oh, I'm not quite sure. Just, okay, set the pro account aside, the funded account, whatever you want to call it, and just trade in the test. Now, you could say, well, Clay, why not just have a demo platform? And that maybe that works for some people, but for me, it doesn't. Because as soon as I'm in a demo, like, it doesn't matter. Let's load up 50 NQ. Who cares? And it's just bad habits. It's just nonsense for me. For me, it's nonsense. But at least with a test account, it keeps me serious because there is still skin in the game. But also, there is still progress being made, right? So sure, like for example, let's say like, all right, I'm not going to test my pro account, but I'm going to go test this demo. And let's say in the demo, you actually have a good day and it's like $1,500. It's like, crap, had I done that in a test account, I'd be that much closer to passing the test. So, yeah. Okay, this could be a short here. Where's my cursor? Okay, looking for a short at the red line. Okay, never mind. I'm going up to 21 EMA now. As you saw, it basically popped up, hit my order, or got very close, and then didn't do it. From win rate or RR? I'm not sure what's the difference between those two. On average, how many trades do you think you could take per day? I don't know, but I just, as I always say, I trade setups. So if there on a day and there's 5,000 setups that I define as a good setup, hopefully I have 5,000 trades. If the very next day there's 5 setups that I would define a good setup, hopefully that next day I have 5. Does that make sense, Kang? Very good question. Sorry, I misunderstood it at first. But I can tell you I have saved and kept alive many pro accounts by just having a test account and like, you know what, I'm not going to touch the pro account. I want to go and trade the test because there are some days where I'm just off. I'm not good. And I'd rather, like you can win 30% of the time, but still profitable if ever. Yeah, I don't track win rates or anything like that, Data J, for kind of that very same point. Because it is possible to have a 95% win rate and then not be profitable, right? It's also possible, per your point, you could have a 30% win rate and still be profitable. Okay, I am in short. Now, if this thing is just going to go straight back up, well, then it is what it is. I'm going to have a losing trade here. Well, let's see if this thing wants to reject back down. Yeah, you're welcome, Data. Good question. Fair question. Some days. I know what you mean. Do I really want to add here? I don't let it be. Okay, now I do. Now I do. Now I will add if it comes back down. Are you seriously just going straight up from here? Well, all right. Well, that happens sometimes too. Got me in a bearish mood and just the V shape into a check mark. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of sort of could have had a stop up. That'd be too much risk. That'd be too much of a loss if it comes all the way up there. So, oh well. Oh well. Annoying? Yes. End of the world? Nope. Oh, would have shorted to 300. Oh. I mean, 5-minute interesting chart now with the hammer right here, but I don't know. I don't know if I still trust it or not. I'm not trying to complain, but when the hell is this? Today was rough, but we've got to try our best to be objective. Yesterday was great. Yesterday there was all sorts of good movement. So have more days than not recently been choppy. Yes, I concede, but like yesterday, to give credit's due, there were definitely some good movements yesterday. Hey, Abby. Marius, that's the worst. But blackout, to answer more so the generality of your question, again, generally speaking, what it's sell in May, go away. And then usually after Labor Day is when things are supposed to traditionally, kind of what, generally speaking, most people would say, summer's over at Labor Day, right? Labor Day is kind of like the last hurrah. So at that point is technically when summer trading should be done. So yes, so we're getting close, blackout. We're getting close. Labor Day, it's coming. Actually, pretty soon. When is Labor Day? When is Labor Day, you dirty rats? What is that? September, what is that? The 31st? Seven? It's the 7th of September? Futures market closed days 2026. Let's see what we can cook up here. Let's see. Hello? Oh. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Labor Day. Okay, there they all are here. So Labor Day is the 7th, I guess. So markets they just close early. Okay, this is. I don't have time for this right now. Yes, 6. The 3 days though, 6 is a new thing. The 3 days is here to stay. The thing that will go away is the 50% discount. Hey, what's up, David? So yeah, Labor Day's on September 7th. That seems late. It's always first Monday in September. Is that true? No, that is true. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. That does make sense because I remember as a kid, it was always weird. You'd start in late August, and then all of a sudden you'd have a vacation day for Labor Day right away, which would put it into September. So yeah, that does make sense. First Monday, yeah, okay. I know a lot of people now start way before Labor Day, but back when I was a kid, I always remember, that's what I always remember about starting school. It's like you'd start, and it's like, that's all right. We got a holiday coming up already. I trade Forex for a profit, not entertainment. Man, you should trade futures. You'd make a lot more profit. Futures makes Forex look like garbage. I think that's a false dilemma though. You're seeming to say it's either got to be for profit or for entertainment. Can it be both? Okay. Clay, do you once? No, not necessarily discipline future. Not necessarily. Oh wait, my pivots are gone. All right, let's get the pivots back because we're actually at a pivot point. Unfortunately, with Tradeovate, if you use pivots and then your pivots disappear, if you scroll back like this, you can't get them to show back up. There we go. So there's the pivot, right? That dotted brown line that the price is approaching. School starts earlier and get out. Yeah, that's true. In high school, we started earlier and we still got out the same time as everybody else. But we had a lot of like 4-day, not a lot, but like we had a good chunk of 3-day weekends, which I thought is actually the best. If it were, I think that's the winning formula. You start earlier, you end the same time. But throughout the course of the school year, you get several more 3-day weekends. I mean, let's think about this real quick. Was there anything else better than a 3-day weekend? Like in school? Like on that Friday where you knew it was going to be a 3-day weekend? I mean, is there anything better than that? I don't know. 3-day weekends are horrible for parents with young kids. Okay, yeah, potentially. I'm not saying this is well thought out. I'm just saying from my perspective as a high schooler, it was pretty nice. What age did you start trading? I guess what, 22? 22-ish, somewhere right around there. I'm 43 now, so it's excuse me if excuse me if I don't remember the exact dates. All right, maybe a short here. Nope, I have no idea what that's no idea what that's relative to. Best part of high school was having last period study hall and could leave earlier. Yeah, I mean, for me, if that was ever the case, I couldn't leave anyways because I always would have some sort of practice. Because even if you didn't do basketball winter was for football conditioning. So that was still, I mean, you still had to go to the weight room and stuff like that. First off, can you stop talking in all caps? That'd be helpful. But no, thank you, but no thank you. All right, maybe. And David, I'll also just be very upfront and honest with you. I noticed you created the screen name like a week ago. So you show up, you're calling me champ, you're saying all this stuff. I could be wrong. So again, I'm not saying this is a fact. I'm just saying why I'm a little, you're on kind of the watch list is I'm getting the vibes that you've been here before under another name and you're back again. Again, I'm not saying that is the case. But whenever I see people show up and they're calling me champ and acting like we know each other, and then I'm like, I've never seen your name before, and you just created this account 8 days ago. It makes me a little leery. Were you able to leave? Were you able? Sorry, I just see the words better. Okay, fair enough. Were you? No, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think we are allowed. Ban him? Why am I gonna ban? Okay. You're going in a timeout, TA, for being a total dent. Why would I ban him with? I mean, he hasn't technically done anything. But you're being a dent, so you can have a nice 5-minute vacation in the VIP room. Enjoy your 5 minutes. Let me know what you think. New paint on the walls. Okay, maybe a short up here. Yeah, pivots. I don't know. Indicators, channels, pivots, right there. Clay, there are certain days where price is just garbage. Well, yeah, I mean, for some days, I mean, price action is always garbage every day. It's just a question of who is it garbage for, right? Because we all have different strategies, we all have different preferences when it comes to price action. So yes, every day price action is garbage. It's just a question of who is it garbage for that day. Everything is sus. Yes, it is. Agreed. You're welcome, Discipline. Oh, by the way, can we get a price check on gas? Gas, I was getting just a couple days ago. I filled up. I guess shout out to me for 347 here in Iowa. Yesterday I went out 407. It jumped like 57 cents. So give me your location and price per gallon. If you're over in Europe, I know you guys go by liter. Do you think earning? I have no idea, Matt. I have no idea. Where are you at, and what is your current? Okay, I'm gonna try a short here at the 200. Okay, short. All right. Well, If you're just going to keep on grinding up, then I guess I'm going to be taking some more losing trades. But I think you'll come down a little bit. Nope, not gasoline. How is Miami cheaper than Iowa? What? Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Well, $329 in Houston is actually pretty expensive, but that makes sense. San Diego, $540. Come on. $550. I do not fail. All right, whatever. I'm getting out of this one. $529. Okay, I didn't necessarily. Okay, I guess yeah. Diesel, regardless, all those. It's just. Oh. And again, it's not. Yes, it's a bummer. Like for people that have the gas cars, but even if you don't have a gas car, it's like, well, tractors need fuel. Those Amazon trucks need fuel. A lot of stuff needs fuel. And it's just like, heck, plastics are made from oil. Styrofoam made from oil. And there it goes. Franklin, North Carolina, 320, 374. Is it really cheaper than what's ketchup? What's ketchup by the gallon? No, I haven't seen that. I was confused because oil has been creeping up, and in Iowa, gas prices kept creeping down. Like there was a couple false alarms where I went and I filled up because I saw oil because I'm like a trader, so I keep in mind on. I'm like, crap, I better go fill up. And I'm like, well, crap, I could have saved myself 15 cents a gallon because it went down more. But I will say, this was all of a sudden a big jump. That is true, big jump for us. But to be fair, to try to be objective about it, there are a few times over the past few weeks where oil has been creeping back up, yet the gas prices here kept coming back down, which was a little confusing. But now all of a sudden, like today, boom. Most people don't need to fill up a 20-gallon. True, but I think that can also illustrate, ketchup comes from tomatoes. Tomatoes comes from, planting. Planting comes from harvesting. And in order to harvest, you do need gas. So I think the point is like, it's weird how, a lot of people, that drive the electric cars. This is my one thing. It's like, okay, again, I'm generalizing here. So I'm not saying that if you are here and you drive an electric car, this is you. But generally speaking, too many people are like, well, haha, joke's on you. I got an electric car. These higher oil prices don't affect me. It's like, well, I don't think you understand that oil goes into a lot in the economy. So even if you're driving an electric car, sure, maybe you're not affected as much, but you're still affected. Oil will spike up. Okay. Can you narrow that down a little bit? Like my first question would be like, when will it spike up? And when you say spike, how do you define spike? How much? So like oil is at this price right now. So when will that price start to go up and how high will it go? So that is my clarification question. Oil will spike up, okay? When and by how much? For clarity's sake. What kind of shoes do I wear? Ones that I bought probably like 10 years ago and don't have soles anymore. Like literally. In fact, remember I showed my shoes like a couple months ago? Who was here when I showed my shoes and the soles were off on one pair and almost off on the other? Was anybody here for that? KRT was here? Yeah. For me, the EV company gets the gouge. Nobody's gouging you. Oh, brother. It's the most biased. It's like if you want to see a good example of confirmation bias, price gouging. Because here's how you can expose it. Say like, okay, so again, it's corporate greed, it's corporate price gouging. Now I don't know what would be the opposite of gouging? Like the opposite of gouging is non-gouging, is charity, is what? Is kindness? I always like corporate greed. Like people will blame corporate greed, but they'll never blame corporate kindness. So my example is, okay, so if you want to say that prices go up because of corporate greed, fine. Under that same logic, when prices go down, is that corporate kindness? Like COVID. Who remembers when oil prices and gas prices were dirt cheap during COVID? Do we all wave the flag of corporate kindness? What I've seen then is this is what I'll see is, no, you idiot. Nobody was driving back then. There was oil everywhere. That's why prices went down. It wasn't corporate kindness. It's like, okay, so you just made a supply and demand versus argument, to which I do agree. I do agree. But how come when prices go down, you don't give the corporation, you don't classify that as corporate kindness, you just say supply and demand. But when prices go up, you no longer start to say supply and demand. You start to blame corporate greed. It's like, do you see the confirmation bias? Do you see the detachment? So for the record, no, I do not think that the prices went down during COVID because of corporate kindness. I think they went down because nobody was driving, but people kept pumping oil. So there was a lot of supply, not a lot of demand. But yeah, it's where, again, that's just, people are, it's just the brain, right? Confirmation. Anything that confirms my bias, the bias being corporations bad. So anything that confirms that, I'm going to jump all over. Anything that doesn't, well, yeah, no, that's something else, It's just human psychology. Do you share in stock analysis video? No, I don't do the stock analysis videos anymore, Malik. Get your I mean, that's the thing. It's not even reason. It's just economics. Economics with a little bit of psychology mixed in. Like when you understand the brain loves confirmation biases, I mean, it all makes sense. And by the way, I'm sure I do my best to be aware of it, but I'm sure I still have confirmation biases that I'm not even quite aware of. Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't see that, Sharky. I was just explaining that like it was weird. I've had several false alarms over the past couple of weeks here in Iowa where I'd go and fill up real quick because I saw oil prices start to go back up. And then I was like, well, crap, had I waited a couple of days, I could have saved 15 cents per gallon because it kept dropping. Now, yes, it did all of a sudden spike up now, but I think that is a confirmation bias. Clay, did you get? I have not gone to the Iowa State Fair yet. I don't know if I'm going to get there or not. I don't know if I feel like paying $30 for a cheeseburger. Yeah, data. Again, trading in a weird way can help you become a better human being because if you want to take trading seriously, you do really have to understand and study psychology. And then, it's like, in other words, just how does the brain work? And then it's just like, by understanding better and better how the brain works, it's like, oh, okay, that can actually make me a better thinker in other areas of life too. So I've heard the saying, which I wouldn't disagree with, but like trading will bring out the worst in people. Trading exposes who you really are, and I'm not disagreeing with that. But I think it can also just really help you out, assuming that you study the stuff you really should study, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn what a candlestick is and all this sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's vast majority of psychology. What are my thoughts on Bitcoin? Okay, I got to limit you to like 3 questions a day, Mats. You show up every day and then you like turn this into like an FBI interview. Like I feel like you shove me into a corner of a room. There's a single light that's shining over me and you're just like, question, 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 question. Any books on psychology. There are some books out there that are specifically about trader psychology and trading psychology, but really any book that talks about psychology, like you start to read about psychology, especially after you've traded for a while, and you'll be like, holy crap, they're not actually talking about trading here, but I've totally done that relative to my trading. Yeah, nice job, Data. I see trading as 50-50 account. Yeah, I don't know if trading is necessarily 50-50. I guess it depends on the strategy, but I mean, you guys have seen me and heard me say this before. If I'm in a situation and it becomes a coin flip, aka 50-50, I try my best to hop out because at that point there is no edge. To be fair, there's no disadvantage because it's 50-50, but there's also no advantage. So it's like, okay, well, I'm here to try to take edges where there is an edge. All right, Cody, I appreciate it, brother. How to manage the voices in your head. That's right. That's what trading's about. It's all about the voices in your head. Can you manage them? Or as Son of Turtle said earlier, trading is like the art of convincing yourself not to do something stupid. I like that definition too of what trading ultimately is. Learning to convince yourself to not do something stupid. Hey, TA, all right. Uh-oh, rough week, TA? uh, I should jot that title down just in case I ever decide to write a book about it. But here, the fact of the matter is, I won't ever write a book because nobody cares. Nobody cares about that stuff. In all actuality, if you do care about it, I assure you, you are one of the very few. Because here's what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna put together a totally free course, and you can see I made it to class 4. A lot of effort goes in each one of these. Same as like this. So this is basically like the paid for courses. Same mentality. I was like, but I'm gonna make this one free. And again, I stopped at class number 4 because the metrics were horrible. The analytics were horrible. Now, did no one care? No, that's an exaggeration because as long as one people cared, then you can't say no one. But they were like, long story short, it made no sense. For the effort behind the scenes, the time, all the stuff that really goes into putting together a quality course and class, which is a lot of time if it's done well. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Not even worth the time. But hey, if you're interested, there you go. You can at least learn about, even the stuff I covered here was still was good and helpful. But yeah, I literally made it in 4 classes. I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm wasting my time because nobody cares. Okay, nobody cared. That's a strong word. Nobody. Not a lot of people cared. Because what do people... Now, if I did a video on how to drive your Lamborghini after 1 week of trading, oh boy. I bet that thing's getting all kinds of views. How to get chicks with your yacht in 3 days of day trading, oh boy. I bet that thing's getting lots of views. But dude, trading psychology, what? Dog, show me that cheddar. I don't want to have to focus on how my mind works. I promise you, the more and more like the data I have behind the scenes, in other words, of like videos that are like actually really, really important, man, they have such bad analytics. Bad views, bad likes. But then like a view where I'm like, hey, I just made $3,000 in 4 minutes. Oh man, you better believe they got all kinds of likes. So it actually does make sense on why the vast majority of people doesn't work out for them. Because the boring stuff is what matters in trading. The boring stuff. Like risk management, psychology. Now, if you're in the space of just trying to sell people stuff, well then yeah, I mean, don't focus on the boring stuff, obviously. My business model is different. I'm trying to play kind of the long game. So I do focus on the boring stuff. And yeah, am I ever going to have like massive sales or anything like that? Because no, but I mean, kind of slow and steady. But anyway, I was going to post it. So if anybody is interested, here's the link to the page. Free Well, kind of. I mean, it's free, but like, it's not really a course. It was just free psychology videos. There we go. Psychology videos. There we go. So I'd still say watch those. I think they're still beneficial. But yeah, just be aware. It's kind of like a TV series where it just ends mid-season. That one ends. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, exactly. And that's the other way you can go about it. Make claims about certain like secrets and that you know these secrets and blah blah blah. That's always a good marketing method too. You're welcome, Abby. And then also I'll point out this. There is no structure to this, full disclosure, but so I do have this too. So these are all, I've thrown these in what I would consider the trading psychology. So again, no structure, but there's, you still got what, 13 pages of a lot of free videos here. Woo! There's old Clay. Look at me, the white polo. First video I ever did right there on YouTube, right there. First one. Why winning streaks are dangerous. That was the first video I ever did. But anyways, so this is, if anybody's interested. Clay, you're a course seller. You don't do anything. Listen, I got all sorts of free stuff. So, psychology videos. There you go. There's some of those too, if anybody cares. I'm telling you right now, psychology, it's boring, but it's, I don't find it boring. I find it pretty fascinating, but yeah, especially to the younger demographic, the dudes with testosterone flowing through their bodies. Do they really want to talk about getting to know their feelings and how their brain works? Or they want those Lambos, I'm not a marketing genius, but it seems like testosterone-filled dudes probably care more so about Lamborghinis and Rolex watches and private jets than trading psychology. Again, just maybe that's a very tinfoil hat theory on my part. I think it's a joke that, I mean, the current rules are a joke, but I don't have any problem. Like, I don't know why. Well, I think there's probably some good suspicions on why they can't fix it. But yeah, I'm not against politicians trading. There just needs to be a platform. And within, I don't know, let's call it within an hour, anytime any politician makes a trade, it is notified to the general public. And then from the buying side, if a politician does buy something, they are not allowed to sell until, I don't know, I'm open for, but at least 30 days, maybe 60 days. They have to hold whatever they buy for 60 days. Because if you don't do that, then the flaw in my system is they buy and they know that in 1 hour it's going to be out to the masses, which causes a price spike, and then they just dump. So like, so that is the one flaw in my strategy without the time holding is politicians should then just start running pump and dumps on people. But if they know, listen, I got to hold this for the next 30, 60, who knows, maybe 90 days. Okay. So that is what would be my solution. And like, don't try to tell me or any of you very astute people that technology does not exist where the general public could not be notified within an hour of anybody's purchase or sale. What about the relatives? Well, I mean, at some point you can never, like, so let's just say I come up with a system for the relatives. Well, then you're going to ask me, what about the relatives' friends? So then I come up with a system for the relatives' friends, and you're going to be like, yeah, but what about the relatives' friends' friends? So then I come up with a system about the relatives' friends' friends, and you're going to be like, well, what about the relatives' friends' 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 friends? You know what I mean? So like at some point, it is what it is. 1 hour immediate. Could be, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to be a little gracious in there. Maybe the technology is possible for it to immediately go up. So I'm not opposed to it not being immediate. I'm just trying to give a little bit of, wiggle room in there. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Data J. Yeah. So even, and I've interviewed people on the podcast that like they literally cannot trade certain things because they're in certain sectors, blah, 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 and they have to worry about compliance, blah, blah. So yeah, you could even do something like that where there's like a compliance department. What politician means only U.S. congressman, senator? Yeah, I guess I was just thinking about U.S. politicians. But like I said, this is just broad. I'm not saying I have all the nooks and crannies figured out. But I ideally I would like the best and brightest to be in charge, and I think the best and brightest care about their futures. No, not futures, but just like they want to be investing in the markets and stuff like. So I mean, I don't want to completely dissuade. You know, you could probably argue that's already the case, but or the political can sell early access to their trades. I mean, they could, but even that, as we've discussed, that doesn't like do anything. Like even if you have the inside info, you still have, as we've talked about ad nauseum here. Even if you have inside info, you still are missing a key component. How is the market going to react to the info that you know? Because there have been so many times where I think it's good news, and then I look at the price and it's dropping. Or there's been other times over my career, I'm like, man, that's terrible news. And then I look at the price and it's going up. So just because you know the news ahead of time, you still don't know how the market's going to react to that news. That's why anybody paying $100,000 for like things ahead of time, well, first off, that's going to be only big money anyways. So it's just like, yeah, but we're going to know because there will be a bunch of crazy movement because it's big money doing its thing, going back and forth, right? Because all the big money will know what the news is. But all the big money has also got to determine, well, what do we think about this news that we paid $100,000 to get ahead of time? And you're going to have different opinions, so you're still going to have price movements going in different directions. And all of us are going to be like, you know what? I bet there's a tweet coming. And then 10 minutes later, oh, there's the tweet. But that's why charts are awesome, because we're going to see it all on the chart anyways. But too many people presuppose that inside information automatically means you make money. Does it give you an edge? Yeah, it probably gives you an edge, but like it's not a foregone conclusion because there's always that tricky thing about how is the market going to react to the information you have. The market is pretty efficient. It's a pretty efficient thing. And that's what tends to happen when you have the market is made up of a bunch of different decisions. You can have the same bit of inside information, but you can have multiple thoughts on that inside information, which is what's reflected in the market itself. Just to not be in the market. Yeah, but that, like, even with that, John, I mean, I guess maybe if you have algorithms, but like, you might not even be able to get out in time, right? I guess what you're probably saying is, well, Clay, in my hypothetical, I have enough money where I have the technology where I will know right away. So right away, I'll just automatically sell. So in that situation, I can see that. Yeah. Gonna keep an eye on that trend line there. Might have something. That's true. Slow Mario, you speak the truth, brother. To exit before the tweet. Right, but what I'm saying is when you get the tweet alongside all the other big money, that's when the main movement's going to happen anyways. Like the main movement is not going to happen when the tweet comes out because by that point all the big money already knows about it because all the big money is going to just pay the 100,000. By the time the tweet comes out, it's us peasants. So I mean it probably won't even budge that much when the actual tweet comes out because the big market movers already have gone to battle with one another when they first have access to it. Which again, we'll all know about via the chart. Because on the chart, we're going to notice spikes in volume and craziness. So I don't know if the program has a time period yet, but for example's sake, if maybe it's like, hey, if you want these tweets 10 minutes ahead of time, pay 100,000. There will now be a moment in time where we're going to see craziness, and then we're going to be like, all right, get the timers going. I bet 10 minutes. Keep an eye on Trump's count. 10 minutes from now, we're going to see what the tweet was. 10 minutes, boom, there it is. That's where eventually we'll end up. You can't follow markets in 5-minute charts? Sure you can. It depends what kind of market you care about. I care about the 5-minute market, therefore you can care about the 5-minute market. But I agree, if you care about like the market from a macroeconomic standpoint, then yeah, no point in the 5-minute market. But if you care about the 5-minute market or the 2-minute market, then yeah, it seems like using a 2-minute and 5-minute chart would be good. Maybe a long down around this trend line if we can get a little bit more of a pullback. We'll see. Well, I mean, I think it'll be reached immediately. If you can afford $100,000 per month, you are the big money in the market. You are the smart money. You are the market makers and the institutions and the hedge funds, et cetera, et cetera. That is you. They're all going to pay. That's like couch cushion change for them. So all the big money is going to know about the exact same thing at time anyways. The only difference will be they'll know what it actually is. We'll just know that, okay, the market, all the big dogs apparently think what's coming our way is bad or what's coming our way is good. That's all we'll know what they think of it. We just don't know what it is. Right, that's what I mean. So to me, it's yeah, I'm not worried about it one bit. Because we'll know not only that there's a tweet coming, but we'll know what the big money thinks about the tweet. How will we know? Well, we can watch the price action. If the big money overall thinks the tweet is bad, well, we're going to be looking at some red candles, aren't we? If overall the big money thinks it's good, well, we'll be looking at some green candles. They move millions of dollars. I cannot see you trying to keep up on the difference. I mean, right now the big money is moving dollars. I'm watching it on the 2-minute time frame. Like, this is the vast majority of this is big money right now. We're watching big money, smart money do their thing. Retail traders are a small subset of the market. And I am definitely watching what big money is doing right now. Right now, within the world of big money, there seems to be a little bit more sellers than buyers. Why do I say that? Well, because we're looking at a red candle right now. It's still the definition of market manipulation. I mean, yeah, the optics are terrible. The optics are absolutely terrible. Like, if I am, forming a campaign against Trump, I'm just flat out saying, here we go again. The rich just get richer. The rich, those that have $100,000, they get that inside information. They have the advantage over the Main Street trader. Right? I mean, it's just from a PR standpoint, what are they thinking? And by no means do I think that I'm some sort of like awesome, like taker and builder of news. No, I mean, I'm sure my child could like form that premise for a talking point. You think we will tap that Asia low? Oh, I have no idea. 241. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's more like a sway trader type of price level to be thinking about right now. I'm just trying to figure out where this thing goes in the next 10 minutes. And yeah, 241 all the way down here. The low. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know about the next 10 minutes. But will we get down there? Oh, I have no idea. It's kind of irrelevant to what I'm looking at right now. Well, I'm glad I did not get long at that line. I was thinking of it. Yes, in hindsight, I should have gotten short, but shoulda, coulda, woulda in hindsight. If it does bounce back up here, though, looking at a potential back test in short. Compton, where have you been, dude? Been a while. I'm back. How long you back for? Yeah, right now, this seems like I guess there could be maybe like a attempt at the catching the falling knife right there. Shorting just seems like a total chase right now, so definitely not interested in shorting down here. And this does seem like it's got some momentum behind it to the downside. So even trying to get long right there, yeah. So I'm just going to watch. That was my long way of saying I'm just going to sit on my hands for now. Correct, discipline, correct. All right, Gurpreet. Sounds like a plan, brother. I was 2 points away from stop. Now I'm. Hey, there you go, Grant. Good job. Way to hold strong. Went from cracking walnuts to grinning ear to ear. Again, if it can bounce up to here ish, interested in a short, we're seeing if it can then roll back over. So that's what thinking right now. But does it back test? We'll see. What instrument are you trading? I'm trading futures, specifically MNQ, on the 2-minute time frame, with other time frames over here. I was out for over a month. I still come and check in, but haven't traded. Yeah. Also, Compton, if you're not aware, Take Profit Trader is running a 50% off sale right now. So I know you have experience with them. So if you want to load up or at least pick up a couple of accounts, FYI, TPT right now, 50% off, which I know you know is a good deal. As somebody that's used TPT for a while. And also, you not might be aware, but their 5-day test period is now down to 3 on the new accounts. All right, I guess I think that's new accounts. Or did they retroactively add that? I think it's just for the new accounts, but I guess now that I think about it, I don't know if that's true or not. All right. Am I really going to try a long here? It is at a area of support. New account. Okay, thanks, Matt. Your one email said it's only for new. Oh, did it? Okay, I must have missed that. Thank you, Philly. Well, no, Gator. It's just summer trading. Again, summer trading is known like the reason the saying go or selling may go away. It's like alluding to the fact of summer trading. It's just harder. Volume does drop. Things get a little bit more choppy. It's just, I mean, there's nothing goofy going on like that way. Like I can see why you would think that, but summer trading, selling may go away is a Wall Street adage from who knows how long ago for a reason. This past summer has been an exception, though, because of all the Iran stuff. We had quite a bit of drama. Now, the drama has cooled off very clearly over the past few weeks, but, yeah. So this summer has not been the most of typical summers. Down. Okay, well, how would you make money from it going down, David? So around here, I know you're new. We like 3 numbers because down in all actuality doesn't mean anything. It's just a word. So like, how would you make money from the fact it's going to go down? So if you don't mind, can you give us an entry point as a number, a stop loss as a number, and then a target as a number? But those 3 numbers will provide ultimate clarity to you just saying down. But we love our 3 numbers around these parts because 3 numbers provide ultimate clarity. No gray when you're using numbers. It turns all words black and white. 764 on the SPY is my target. Roger that. No, I mean we're trying to also understand one another. And 3 numbers helps in that regard of understanding. Right, exactly, Sonny. Yeah, you're definitely not crazy at all, Gator. But yes. Selling may go away. It exists for a reason. Oh, wow. Okay. Selling may go away. Again, full disclosure, this is quick AI results on Google. Historical roots. The phrase traces back to old London financial traditions when bankers and aristocrats left the city for summer. Dang. Okay, I don't think I even realized how old that saying actually is. Okay, so David, you are actually just a troll then. I like I said, when you showed up, I had my suspicions, calling me champ, acting like we know each other. I check your name. You created it 8 days ago, and now you're just totally okay. So now we know that you are indeed. So what? Just real quick, David. I won't ban you if you're honest. What was your former name? If you're like, no, Clay, this is my first time here. Yeah, you're gone. I mean, I realize you'll be back under another name, but like, so what was your other name that was banned previously? David. I don't recall banning the David anytime soon. So why did you lie earlier when I was asking you and you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot of sus out there. Why didn't you just fess up at that point? You know, TA, you did, but it was still very, very early in the situation. Okay. Well, David, I'll let you stick around, but I mean, if you're not going to give 3 numbers, like you full well know what you're doing, right? You're just being obnoxious by saying down because you know that we do 3 numbers and then you're not going to give them. So if you're going to keep that doing, then you're just clearly doing the same thing. So I'll just ban you. But I don't know. If you've turned over a new leaf and want to just be of some sort of value, then we'll see. But yeah, I appreciate you being honest. So I will honor my word. I will not ban you since you're honest. But yeah, if you're just going to keep doing what you've been doing, I mean, that's just blatant trolling because you know what you're doing. But who knows? We'll see if you turn over a new leaf or not. But yeah, shout out TA. I don't know if it was blind luck or else you just really have a good spidey sense. But yeah, you did call that one out right away. Have a good day. Okay, so there we go. You also have a wonderful day. It was an indicator thing. I mean, yeah, like I said, the warning flags went up pretty quick, but I still didn't think that there. And like again, maybe TA, you're gonna have to be my coach because that is one thing that I admit I need to get better at as a live streamer, recognizing trolls sooner on in the process. But I do like to try to give people plenty of the benefit of the doubt. So yes, I know I know. Some of you get upset at me. You're like, dude, just ban him. It's so obvious. It's like, this is not my strong suit. Are we sure? Are we sure they're a troll? So I know that drives a lot of you nuts. I'm trying to get more efficient at it, but I'm still learning. But TA sounds like he might need to be my recognize a troll efficiently mentor. If you offer a course, I would be interested in investing into your course, TA, if you offer one, on how to identify trolls quicker. I'd be interested in making that investment to learn. All right, I will try for a long day. Okay. Also, see, I'm having recency effect. Remember last time I did this, where we got a nice red one, and then I got short, and then. All right, but that's don't let recency effect eat your lunch. I'm gonna try it again. Let's see if we can get the back test and go. But now, if this one goes straight green, I'll just have to laugh at it and cope with copium. I'll make one tomorrow. Starting price is 7. Okay. Okay. I'll consider it. Will it come with like a 30-day money back guarantee or anything? Like if I check it out and then I have questions for you and then you just ignore me? Like, is there something? Is there any downside protection? I guess is what I'm asking. Come on, get up there. Nope, no money. Okay, well I'm gonna be hesitant then. Because that almost makes me think that you don't have that much faith in it if you can't even offer a money back thing on it. I will block. Yeah, okay. I appreciate the honesty, but yeah, I'll probably ultimately pass on it. Nice job, Cody. What does that mean? Oh, I don't know. I don't use Lucid. I don't want to move this up. I should probably move this up at this point. All right, I am. Fine. My new short is right there now. Yeah, just as an FYI, Cody, there is also no daily loss limit on Take Profit Trader either. I am also okay. I kind of want to leave this trend line in here. Oh, that's new. No daily loss limit on Take Profit Trader has been around for probably about a year and a half now. Yeah, I don't even know what you're asking me, Cam. Are you just asking me, do I think it'll bounce at 266? I need you to clarify the question, please. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. You still going to be over there this afternoon, question mark? Yeah, bounce. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, oh, wait. What do you ask? 266? What's that 266? Oh, crap. That's that low down there. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah. Well, I have no idea if it'll bounce, but I do know you can structure a nice little risk versus reward scenario. Hey, what's up, Easy Props? It's going all right. Going all right. Oh, boy. Did I come back to that yellow line? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. This one's almost done. I want to see this candle close. Okay, I can't talk. I got to get ready for it. Let's see. Okay, go. Hit it. Hit that yellow line. Go up and hit. There we go. All right, perfect. Entry there. Stop will be right up here. Very small risk versus reward. Okay, I'm in. Let's see if it wants to dump. If not, that's okay. It's a whopping 5-point risk. But let's see if it wants to come on down. Get down there, brother. Hit me, brother. Attaboy. Doxo. Yeah, Doxo. Get on down there, brother. Get on down there. Give me that Doxo trade. Let's go. I love these ones. You're beautiful. Get down there, brother. Come on down, brother. Mommy, why is this man yelling? That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't have an answer right now. All right, I will feel like this is a successful trade if this target can get hit too. Come on. You truly are the best of the brothers. Did I get a hit? Oh, crap, I did get a hit. Okay. Come on, come down. Come down and hit me right there, brother. Oh, yeah. No, penny stocks. No, JB. Penny stocks are a thing of, like, penny stocks are, in many ways, were replaced by meme coins and altcoins and crap coins. But yeah, even that, it's just, when you lean forward at red light, that's true. I forgot about that. Come on down, brother. Mommy, this man scares me. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, let me move my stop down a little bit more. Do you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to turn into a little piggy. I want more on this next target. Oink, oink. You know what? No, I'm coming this up here too. Let me give this thing plenty of wiggle room. So my risk is off the table. My stop is in front of my entry. But I want to let this thing cook. What was that? You dirtbag? What a joke. Whatever. Okay, that feels like a losing trade now. That was crazy. Yeah, this is what the market pretty much just said to me. This is what the market just did me right there. I mean, I thought I was good, and then the market, woo! Man, that was rough. That's just, yeah. Must have been using, I was using, I don't know what I was using. Why did it go right back down, though? Because it's just afternoon volume. It's just, yeah, the market's like, got him! In all actuality, though, I mean, I love those setups. where you get the candles closing and starting at little, oh man. I risked, well, my risk was 5 points on that. I don't know how many points overall I made, but man. And the thing is, had that thing actually dumped down some more, I was on track to make way more than 5 points. Looks like it wants to hit overnight lows. Maybe, yeah. Talking to one of the brothers, asking him if he's over there working today. He's like, yeah. I don't know. The other I think one of them does gutter, so I think he had a gutter job, so he couldn't be on jobs on the site today. But the one is. So I was wondering if he's going to still be there this afternoon. And he's like, yep. So then I had to text him this. See, some of you think I'm just a weirdo. I'm just a goofball and like here, but dude, right there. That's what I text him, a GIF. Right there. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that he's still there. To be fair, though, he sent me an invoice today. So I asked him if he'll be over there. Yeah, I was like, all right, I'll bring you the money. All right, well, I called it cheddar. I was like, all right, I'll bring you the cheddar. And he's like, I need the cheddar to fund my Adderall addiction. Now, he does not have an Adderall addiction, but like, you know, we're just joking around, you know? Was there any catalyst for the 6 a.m. sell-off this morning? Are you talking Eastern time? What? Wasn't there 6 a.m. I don't think you're talking Eastern time. Oh wait, maybe you are. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. No, I think he's talking another time frame. Oh, 7 EST. I don't know. I was not around. I was hanging out with the back of my eyelids. No, wait, that's a lie. I was up by 7. I was not watching the computer, though. It's good for those who don't look at more than 2. I'm thinking Fall's image is having a conversation with somebody else that I'm not aware of. It's good. What's good? All right, I will try a long down here though. No, wait. I want to get back up. Do I have an order out there? Let me just cancel orders out. Okay. I'd like to get my... Oh. All right, that is where... No, excuse me. Excuse me, brothers and sisters and furries. Okay, I want to get my stop down below that area. I don't want that much of a stop. So what happens if I bring it down here? What's my... yes, I'm talking to myself. Cut me some slack. 11 points with slippage. 12. I don't want to have a 12-point stop, right? So let's just move this down to right here, brothers. 8 point with slippage. 9 or 10. All right, we'll go there. No. Okay, we're doing this. Don't judge me. There we go. All right, there we go. 5 points. Well, 5.5 with slippage. Let's call it 6.5, 7. All right, I'll do that. So there we go. So now I'm basically looking for a fake break double bottom. So there are going to be some out there saying I'm looking to play the double bottom bounce, and I'm also looking to play the double bottom bounce, but I think it's going to fake break first. I think it'll break down through or act like it doesn't want to be a double bottom and then double bottom. Now, if it doesn't, and I'm wrong, well, there's my stop loss. Oh, okay, fellas. You're talking to chat in general. We are reaching the overnight low. You think? You think we are or we are? Because if we are, I'm going all in, short right now. Kids' college tuition, my entire net worth, and a pack of baseball cards. Or my stops are not always that tight. It just this is a matter of circumstances. Oh well, I've got to. It's I have to play. I have to play a fake break. I don't have any other choice. Other parts of my trade plan development have forced me to. It's just got to be a fake break. And if I'm not okay with playing a fake break, well then I just can't take the trade. But I can't try a double bottom here, based on other dynamics. I just can't do it. Doesn't make sense. I can't justify it. You can have my paycheck. Love when Darcy comes and I'm playing the opposite direction. That's right, Amarius. You're beautiful. I lost track of gold. What's gold doing now? Did it recover back up from that pull? No. Oh, wow. Gold's kind of just been going sideways. I mean, before you complain about like NQ or MNQ, whatever, you could always beat gold. Look at the gold chart. It spent a good hour and a half just literally going pretty sideways in a pretty small amount. So it could be worse. Still will probably try another short up around this yellow line if it wants to go back up there again. So those are pretty much the two areas I'm watching. Trade plan right here from the long side, but I could see myself looking at a short up around this area. Can we just get a death zone candle to 29? No, no, that'll stop me out, you dirtbag. No, I thought you were asking me at first, do I ever trade you? I'm like, do I ever trade what? No. I did. I can't remember if I did MES. I know I did ES. And it was on stream, what was that, a couple weeks ago? And I basically fell asleep. While I was in the ES trade, I basically fell asleep. It was going from like NQ to ES was a little bit of a, yeah, it was rough. To be fair, I'm not saying that if you hear that trade ES, that's fine. Go for it. A lot of liquidity. Big market. I'm just saying it wasn't really moving the way I preferred it. All right, here we go. Maybe a short. Yeah, at this point, I think I'm going to try the right there. All right. See if we can get the rejection here. Putting stop at entry. Gotta go to. All right, John, whose name is really Jordan. It bounced off pre-market low on ES. Roger that. I got to order. Got to order in with this type of day. My order will get tickled. We'll get tickled. Maybe. Oh, we're trying to crack my back. Let's go, brother. You still got the account still alive, Emrod? All right, looking. Oh, crap. No. I want to come up a little bit. Up. Hey, there we go. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll leave it. Oh, I'm going to cancel him before I forget about him. There we go. Come on. Get up there, you dirty rat. Recovered. Nice job. I okay. No, I'm not gonna play these games with you. Nope, not gonna do it, brother. Either fill me, or I'm moving my order up. But I'm not gonna sit here and play those games, brother. There we go. Maybe I don't know. Cody, I'm all that sort of stuff. It's nothing personal against you, but when I got started on investment or on the message forums in the world of penny stocks, that's giving me penny stock vibes. Again, nothing personal. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it's not good news. Blah blah blah. All I'm saying is I read what I just read. You just like sent me back 20 years ago to when I was getting started on like Investors Hub and all these other like message boards. Is it a penny stock? Is this all happening to a penny stock, Cody? A little. I think Yahoo ones were kind of on the way out, but yeah, vaguely, I remember some Yahoo ones. Yeah, I mean, JB, you can watch that course if you want, but like, it's kind of that's more so like for psychology of just how. I mean, you could apply that course to like meme coins now. It's the same general idea of the psychology and how all the pumps and dumps work. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh, you already watched it all? There you go. All right, Fowls, have a good one. Lit, yeah, I guess it depends on your definition of lit, but yeah, stock twitch was definitely something. It definitely still is something. I don't know what that something is, but it is definitely something. I mean, if we can envision like whoever wins the crown of like biggest troll that's ever visited here, like StockTwits will make that person look like an absolute like economic like genius. Crap. There we go. Yeah. Or I just am flat out, I am a market maker, you know? All sorts of variations. Okay, trying to get short here at the red line. On the 5 minute, we have the 21 EMA right up around this area too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. And where I live, this actually is the basement of Fort Knox. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'm in. There we go. I'll take a little scoop. Might be looking to re-enter again. We'll see what happens. Why didn't you take a long? Because in my opinion, a long at that point would have been chasing. Can't believe this guy doesn't see the German monkey volume average. I mean, I used to use that one, but personally, I like the Belgium monkey volume average. But yeah, so you're on team German monkey volume average. I am on team Belgium monkey volume average. No, there. I got in Fort Knox. Right. There we go. Right there. See that window right there? There we go. I got one little vent. Now, what is interesting is a break down below here. Because I can, overall trend is still down, very clearly seen by the 200 SMA. And we've kind of entered into somewhat of a downtrend here. So, yeah, a breakdown below here. Does that send it down to here? If not, maybe even these lows? Maybe. Bro got the Saddam Hussein layout? Oh, you mean in the background? Yeah, like I'm in a bunker. That's funny. It represented a zebra? Yeah, assuming that's true. I realize it's true that it said that, but I'm saying, yeah, that is a new pattern that somebody has invented since the last time I was, neck deep and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just there's one little fiber cable that goes out of the cave. Okay, all right, Kyle. That even for me, that's yeah, okay, okay. I think I saw speaking through that Sasquatch. Maybe it probably was not. It was probably just one of my kids that figured out how to climb up the wall and is like peeking through it. Is it portable? Your fortress of solitude. No comment. Next question. Okay. Yeah, that just sounds like something that people are just like, hey, let's just throw some random strike prices together, throw in some Greeks, and then let's just call it an animal. Clay's a market maker. Yeah, I'm the market maker's boss, exactly. Especially if you go on StockTwits. All right, see you later, Jocko. Have a good one. It did crack down to the yellow line, but I was hoping it'd consolidate here a little bit more before breaking. But yeah, this one candle then breaking on the next one, not quite enough consolidation for would have made me feel comfortable. Yeah, no, the options. Yeah, it's a unique world out there. Oh man, 5 minute is looking pretty sketchy. That yeah, pretty sketchy. Could see like a short up here, stop over the highs, but now I'm right in front of the 50 SMA, so I don't necessarily like that. Gonna start using golf terms for markets now. You got the hook pattern, you got the the slice. You got the hole in one. What would a hole in one be? Is that like a 100 point trade or something like that in futures? And I'm gonna try a short here if it comes back down. Yeah, the shank. The four. What's the four? Well, I guess a four in golf is like where your ball goes really off base. So yeah, I guess a four would just be what, a really bad trade. Okay, here we go. Maybe. You know, if that red line turns blue, I'm in. Four is tilted. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. That makes sense. All right. That's true. Yeah, golf does use birds. Okay, you're frying. Okay, so it's things have not been good to you. Is that what you're saying? Bummer. Yeah, I mean, there these past few weeks, like I said, last week for me was no bueno. This week's doing. I'm doing a. Monday was rough. If you're on Monday's live stream, you will definitely not be on team. This dude's always green. Emotionally beat. Well, take a little break then. All right. I'm still thinking of a potential short here. Man, it's just continuing to bleed. Yeah, this is these are my NQ trades. And then these so same account NQ trades versus MNQ. So like in the world of stocks, you know, there's different ticker symbols you can trade. In the world of futures, there's different contracts you can trade. Man, it just keeps bleeding. I smell a new low of the day. Yeah, I could try. Okay, I'm gonna try fake break double bottom here. So some people are probably thinking that might be a double bottom. Fair enough, but I'm due to the circumstances, I'm gonna see if it wants to break down through and then go up. So still a double bottom. The only difference being it first fakes as though it doesn't want to be a double bottom, but then turns into one. So the fake break. So looking for a fake break bounce. A break of what? Well, this low right here. But it's a fake break, which means it doesn't keep breaking because it's fake, which means it'll go back up. Where do I think it'll stop or start faking? Right here. And if I'm wrong and it's a true breakdown, well, that's why I got my stop right there. Are you sure you're selling the green Emrod or did commissions eat everything? You're consuming content. Just remember, I'm not saying this is the case for you, JB, but just remember, just because you watched something doesn't mean you comprehended it. So keep that in mind. I appreciate your work ethic, but sometimes 2 hours of studying can be way more effective than 8 hours. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Entry, green line, stop loss, red line. Or did it just bounce? Where's the fake, or where's the double bottom? Okay, double bottom point is right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it going to be just a genuine good old-fashioned double bottom? Okay, I'm in. See if we can get that bounce. Come on. Come on. Oh, I thought I had it there. Thought we were going to get the hammer. Nope. All right. Well, I had the scalpy scalp, but man, I thought thought could get a excuse me, could get a we had wow, we oh my goodness, am I losing my voice? We had the scalpy scalp there, but I thought we could get a bit of a hammer, but I thought wrong. Oh, gotcha, JB. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I'm a little slightly. I don't know. It always the paranoia level always kicks up. But our young or not youngest Kit yesterday, she's kind of laying on the couch and it's like, oh boy, are you sick? Yeah. My tummy hurts and my head. I don't know the way the kids describe things. So, but she described a headache. I'm like, oh boy. So now I'm like, oh, am I getting something? Am I getting sick? For you other parents out there, okay, David, is this just where I ban you? Like you're back to just trolling like you were? So just ban you, David? Okay, yep. See you later. Confirmed. Let's see, where's actually mods, let's see what mods are on the ball here. Banhammer for David. Go. Who got him? Kyle. Got him. I assume he'll be back under another name, but like I said, people always the trolls for the most part leave breadcrumbs. But anyways, back to your parents out there. Like, do you guys do the same thing? One of your kids gets sick, and then you start to get a little bit more paranoid. Like every little, or what was up with that? You like, am I now getting sick, or is that just me? Well, it did indeed go down, so I'm glad I stopped out. Maybe try a bounce down here. If it wants to come down here again, I'll put a long in like up around this area. But it's first got to go down and hit that pink line or white line. Come on, a little bit more, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, here we go. Green line entry for a long. Let's see what happens. Okay. I guess I'll leave it for now. All right, never mind now. Glad I waited for confirmation because never got filled, and that's good because we're still dropping. Let's give him to Mongo. Who's Mongo? You mean Mango? Oh, that is still one movie I have not seen. I know. I know. Clay, how I know. I know. It is a fair question. Can you consider yourself a movie aficionado, a movie enthusiast? If you've never seen that one, fair question. Fair. Man, we are just slowly bleeding here. Well, at this point, anybody that got fancy and just try to average their way down, DCA into a profit, maybe they pulled it off, but at this point, I'm thinking there might be some cooked accounts. Not necessarily here in the chat, but just in general. Pivot point down here. White line is the low of the day. So the price can never get below that white line. The white line itself will just adjust lower. I always love fooling with people that this is the holy grail indicator. The price always bounces off that white line. If you want to always make money, just buy the white line because it'll bounce. It bounces from there. The price will bounce off the white line. That is the holy grail. Watch, I guarantee it. It'll bounce off the white line. You just keep watching. You just keep watching. It's going to bounce off that white line, folks. The holy grail indicator. Come on down. Give me an example here. Come on. Come on. Come on, bounce off that white line. There you go. Look at that. Look at it. Bounce right off it. Look at that. Bounce right off of it. Money. Cha-ching, cha-ching. I guarantee it's going to bounce off that white line. That is one guarantee I'll make. The price is going to bounce off that white line. Come on down. I know there's people that don't believe me that it bounced off that white line. Let's show them again. Let's show them again. Guarantee you it bounces off the white line. Look at that. Another little bounce right there. Scalp, scalp. Holy grail. Look at that. Right off the white line. Look at that bounce. That's crazy. What's the name of the white line? The $1 trillion net worth producer. Look at that. Just wait for it. It'll bounce off that white line. Look at that bounce off that white line. Told you it always bounces off the white line, boys. Look at that little bounce. Little scalpy scalp. Don't worry. There'll be a bit. Look. I told you. You guys thought I was lying that it always bounces off the white line. Guarantee you it does. Look at that. Look at that little bounce. Scalp, scalp. Look at that. Bounce off the white line. As always. Look at that bounce. Look at that big old bounce. I can't believe some of you doubted the guarantee that the price bounces off the white line. It's crazy. Go ahead, tell me that I'm wrong. Did it not bounce off the white line? Go ahead. Tell me I'm a liar. Tell me that it didn't bounce off the white line. Go ahead. What is the white line? The white line is I can't tell you that. I can only tell you that if you send me $10 million in Dueler coin. I try to tell people doubted the guarantee, and what are we staring at right now? We're staring at the price bouncing off the white line. I know. Thank you, Data. Data recognizes the value. It's like, dude, it's crazy. You only charge 10. I know. What can I say? I'm a nice guy. Just take my. I did. I tried to take it. It said loser alert does not have 10 billion dollars. All I know is that I'm sure there are some people in here saying, Clay, dude, there's no guarantees in the market. Well, you know what? Everybody's got to be wrong at some point in their life. Okay? Guarantee again, price is going to bounce off that white line. I'll guarantee it right here, right now. Price is going to bounce off that white line. Well, come on down, price. Come on. Come on. That's actually true. Even in the spirit of no guarantees. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Assuming no technical glitches with the platform and all of that. Assuming no technical glitches, guaranteed it'll bounce. I will pay you $1 million if it doesn't bounce. All right, Ja. All right, let's go. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I know, Josh. Thank you, but I know that I will not be getting $1 million from you because we both know it's guaranteed to bounce off that white line. That was nice, Nero. Agreed. I am not interested in your magic beans because I have the white line. Dude, that might be a good name for it, though. The magic bean indicator. What is this white line? The magic bean indicator, because the price always bounces off of it. Assuming there's no glitches, price always bounces off of it. No, there is one guarantee that the price always bounces off the magic bean indicator. Come on, come down, price. I know we have some skeptics in here. I know we have some skeptics. I'd like to prove them wrong. Don't you tease me, market. Don't you tease me. Let's see some magic beans. No. Don't fall for the jumping beans. No, we want the magic beans. Come on. Come on, price. Let's show those skeptics wrong. Look at right off it. There it is. There it is. Let's prove them wrong again. Okay. It'll bounce. It's going to bounce off that white line, brothers. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Sometimes patience is required for the magic to happen, but it'll happen. It'll happen. I guarantee it. Look at that bounce. Told you. You guys doubted me. Look at those magic beans. Right off that white line, it bounced. Okay, we get it. No, hey, Zuzu. There are some skeptics here, Zuzu. By the way, that's a great name. I'd love to just ban you immediately for your attitude, but with a name like Zuzu My Baby Cow, how could I ever ban somebody immediately with the name Zuzu My Baby Cow? That would be a crime. See? Legendary is still confused. For real, though. Please tell me there is such a thing as Zuzu and Zuzu is a baby cow. Please tell me that's real. If that is real, you have just made my day. I don't know if Zuzu is better than the name Moogie. We haven't seen Moogie in a while, but Zuzu's up there. Okay, that just made my day. There is, okay, well, Is Zuzu still a baby, or is Zuzu now an adult cow? All I'm going to say one final time, because Zuzu's getting upset at me. I told you it always bounces off a white line. Thank you. Next topic. Gotcha. Is it like a milk cow? I know, Mal. Isn't the magic bean line the magic bean indicator? It's powerful. It's magic. No, Angus. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything like that, but does like what I get? Okay, what's the end goal with Zuzu? Like what is in Zuzu's future? Okay, Kyle was a little bit more blunt about it, but I'm trying to be more sensitive on the topic. Okay, so Zuzu, you have literally just as a pet. If you, I don't know if that's the right terminology, but like Zuzu is just a pet. But and I'm dead serious. Zuzu, what a great name. Totally. Okay. I'm not in that space. I'm trying to get into the space with the homesteading life. I was not aware of a cow ever being a pet, but that's just, I mean, that's, if anything, that just reveals an ignorance on my part. I did not know people had cows as pets. But Zuzu, that's a great name. Zuzu the Moo Moo. Zuzu the Moo. Yeah, not bad, not bad. No. Zuzu is the cow's name. Zuzu was saved from becoming steak, is my understanding. No, we have some nephews that raise some cows for the fair, and the cow's name was Turbo, and then that is how they would refer to it. Like, are we having a like? So these are younger kids, but the kids would be like, "Are we having a piece of Turbo tonight?" Oh crap! This could be a short. All right. I'm gonna try it short. Come on down. I'm adding to it right there too. I will add at the yellow line. Unless this thing is like, no, I'm not going back down. What are you talking about? I did kind of just short into a big old hammer can on the 5-minute, didn't I? I probably should have checked the 5-minute a bit. Yeah. Yeah, this is so I definitely don't need to be adding to this one. No, you're good, Zuzu. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I don't recognize the name, but no, good to have you. And I have not, yeah, I just, again, I'm just going to claim ignorance. It's just pure ignorance on my part. I did not know that people had cows as a pet. But that's cool to know. So I learned something today. All right, I'm going to add there. I never claimed to be smart. Come on, keep coming down. This could be an amazing looking candle here. Come on, brother. Get back down. Let's go. Come on down, come on down. Give me a... could have been a better candle, but... We had a pigeon name. I have heard of pet pigeons before. I have heard of that one. Cast Frost. You don't... Okay, let me check something real quick. I have a pet. I have heard of chickens as pets. I'm going to add right there. Okay, I added. Come on. Come on down, brother. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? I can't even get 5 out. Okay. That should not be that hard. That was supposed to be easy to get those out. Come on. Doesn't want to budge down through. What is that? About 234 and a half? Thank you. All right, let me just get risk off the table now. So this thing either keeps flushing and I'll follow it down with all 5, or we'll just call it a trade. Like I said, I'm going to follow it down with 5. Let's see what happens. Come on, dump. Stop chopping around and just go down. Don't chop back up. All right, it's chop. Whatever. 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 Nah. All right, that's not what I feel in my loins right now is not good. It is not good, so I'm just gonna wave the white flag before I do something stupid. But that is all. So, hey, if you want to help support the stream, if you enjoy, and like I said, you want to save yourself some money while at the same time supporting, helping to keep it ad-free, and just helping to keep the stream alive and going, then code CLAY, which is case sensitive, all caps CLAY, with any of these prop firms I recommend. I love Take Profit Trader, who also is having a flash sale right now at 50% off, which is a genuine good deal. So 50% off and no activation fee. And they just did change things from the test phase from 5 days down to 3. So if there is ever a time where you're on the fence about trying to Take Profit Trader, it is truly actually a legitimate good deal right now at 50% off. Because anybody that's been with Take Profit Trader knows 50% is not by any means the normal. So, but yes, if you're with any of these other prop firms, then, you know, whatever the promotions, whatever their current discounts are, again, code CLAY will give that for you. It's a good win-win. You're saving yourself money while at the exact same time keeping a stream you enjoy, both ad-free and then just keeping the stream alive and healthy in the first place. So that is all I have. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'll come a little earlier tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. So I guess that's just my long way of saying make sure to not only subscribe, but also turn on and have notifications turned on, just in case I do decide to show up a little earlier tomorrow. But I'm still thinking through that one. We'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. On your way out, please hit that like button. And if you want to help support the stream, feed some hungry children, like I said, use code CLAY. So take care, everybody. Have a good